Okay, here we are. Welcome.
I can't believe you just said that to me, Poetry.
I know. I'm sorry. You know. I just really hate elves. Okay, I really fucking hate elves.
Dude,
Anyway,
I'm gonna quit this campaign. I swear to God.
hello. Okay, I gotta get everyone in the right spots, but we could start going. I'll do this while we're going.
Yeah. What would you say, Britsha?
I just can't support like poetry saying these things.
Honestly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's a little fucked up.
As I stood up against this. Tyranny.
So how are we doing here? Where is Helios? Oh, there he is.
I'm over here.
Little fatigued from a lot of freaking Peggle.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
the
were
average
playing.
Wait, who won? I only saw the third place.
George
finals.
won. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. And you said it was really close?
It was super close,
It was
yeah.
insanely close.
Yeah. It came down to literally like just who would full clear a single level before the other
Oh,
one.
man.
So
I fixed my lighting, I'm not orange
Well,
anymore.
Congrats. That's cool.
yeah,
I'm
it
probably
was,
not here, but...
no, it was really fun though.
So dismissive. So dismissive.
It's misery.
Just, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oh god, there are two of them. Tart.
Yeah, there are two of me, sorry.
This is getting out of hand.
But also, yeah, wait, also Britsha is in Duncan's spot. I realize the problem here.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
alright.
that's fine. Well, we'll
Can
get
you
figured out.
rearrange the cameras?
Why
No, it doesn't look like it on my screen.
why don't we go ahead and
it's bad.
get into the recap? What happened last time?
Well,
An
we met-
experiment in physics.
well, prior to our last session, we had this big fight with wyverns up here in the sky, and down there on the ground, the dwarves were fighting the same, wyverns and kobolds. And after the battle, the dwarves informed us, hey, there's this cute little flower girl who wants to like come help you out. So we brought her up and we're like, you know what, you seem cool. And,
She could turn into a breakdancing owl.
yeah,
That's
she
true.
could turn into a
Honestly, the
break
cool
dance
part
out.
And then
Yeah, there's
And
a...
then,
up there. A little bit.
Well then the dwarves were like being real sus. And so I was looking at the Among Us and it's the only word that came to my brain. And so we were like, it's because the answer was from you, and they were like, don't worry about it. And so we're like, all right.
no, not even just don't worry about it
Go off.
once. They said don't worry about it twice. Which
Twice!
No. Twice.
And
We're,
so
like,
we
blind-
tried to kill them all. Let's go!
we didn't try to kill them all.
Yeah, okay, try. Well,
We
you
were
intimidated them
inciting
into
them
standing
to
down.
give up the information.
Yeah.
We wanted them to tell the fucking truth when they're in our flying goddamn castle.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
They were
Does that make me
incentivized.
seem unreasonable that I want people in my own ass home to tell me the fucking truth? I don't.
We will see.
Through some geometrical incentivization, we were able to, they kind of gave in, and now we're on the way to deliver them to their leader, surely with no consequence.
well,
Their
so
leader.
yeah, it's not really their leader. It's like
They're buds, the
well, it's
other
his,
royalty.
the guy's cousin. Like he basically told
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah, I was cousin, my bad.
yeah, no, it's like
Zyle? That's
No
rude.
friend.
We do have friends. Riley's
Hey.
cool.
Have Riley,
Kurbach is down with you guys. I think you know.
Yeah, we're at
and
Kurvat
that's honestly a
and,
good thing, or none of us would be here right now.
Yeah. Hey, we have the castle, alright? So we're good.
Yeah, the castle is a friend.
Locke seems cool with us too.
Again, a good thing that the giant Boarman on our side. Also just kills anyone. Yes, so he fits in perfectly with us.
He did not kill us, so
Yeah.
As long as we don't
guess we'll
betray
see, though.
him.
There's always time for that. Alright, well, okay. Let us,
Yeah, we'll say that like Adau was maybe came down with a little cold the last time or something, and then was getting
I think I had like a massive hangover is what we
yeah,
said.
and then you're getting laid too in the middle of all that.
Yeah, all the elves that were here. I remember TSM made a joke, like I swear to God if he's getting laid again last time. But
Let's roll a persuasion check. Let's see if it's a DC 20. It's pretty high. If you roll it, yo, he got laid.
Sexy elves. Damn it.
Yeah.
Can't win.
Okay. Yeah, he got laid. There you go.
oh no.
Well,
You double my bonus. You got 14.
You literally double the bonus. Okay, so
this is shameful as a bard.
Good job, man. Come on.
Sometimes
Yeah.
this doesn't work, you know?
So
Alright,
Oxygen at the elevation doesn't.
so basically though, you guys had this whole encounter at the elves, like when you're basically half a day away from the
Yeah, can you take us back to the world map?
yeah, actually yeah let's
Beautifully
let's do it.
drawn. So the long rest buttons are so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Is that just added? Oh my
Yes,
god.
The world map, there it is.
Oh yeah, you
That's
didn't.
a lot of
Oh, I
poetry.
just drew a line.
You don't know about the lower canvas.
I imagine, yeah, no, I could never see it on the stream, but I imagine it's Britshaw's doing.
Mostly.
I misplaced my recorder.
So
Everyone's benefit.
where you guys were is where's your little party icon orc that none of you guys know?
I know, we were heading to Gabagool.
Yeah,
About here, I think.
We were going around it.
yeah.
But I
Let's
guess
say
we're
here's,
moving closer to here if there was a sentry of Gabagard.
there we go. We'll have Britshaw's character Bree be the party icon. So
You can be the party face from now on.
yeah, you guys were pretty close at
Marketing.
this point. You were like less than half a day's travel, so you'd be somewhere here, very close to Gabagard. And yeah, the whole incident with the dwarves happened around here. You basically took the dude. How can I not remember the dude? The dwarf leader of the mercenaries. Yeah, Brennel. Brynalt here. You took and you said your plan is, as far as I understand it, is to take him to his cousin, who is like he calls himself a king, but he's more like a duke or a petty king, right? He calls himself the ruler of this area now. And so you're going to does it still say Pagel? That's funny.
Damn.
Hold on, let me change
These are like
the
action.
I better add some red and blue pegs then.
yeah. So the okay, I'll turn that music. So you guys at the end of the session had Helios, right? Go into bird form, fly over to the wall of the mountain keep. This mountain city.
Bree then? Because we've just acquired a druid?
No, Helios wanted to do it.
We had
Okay.
Helios do it because of his charisma score, I think.
Okay.
Because
I
basically
really wanted to.
he approached the wall of this city, these city walls, and basically said hey, what did you say? You basically said hey, we have this dude Brandel that
I
you're
have something you want.
yeah, and the dude was the dude up there, the sergeant or whatever, was I don't know who that is, or he knew who he was, but he's I don't know what this is about, but sure, you can meet with our leader, Aric.
So that's where we're heading.
How do you spell it? Yeah, there we go.
Yes, it's Aric of Gabagard.
Oh boy.
So, the next morning, would you just head out there immediately, or?
Well, I think we would fill Adau in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get up and I'm like, oh boy, another day of being a peaceful, happy family.
And then Adau will say was passed out yesterday when the whole castle tilted.
Yeah, I'm just sliding across my bedroom
No,
floor,
it's
just
not
dead.
And yeah, so you probably have actually met Bree, the new character. You probably at least saw her around, but since we said,
Yeah.
we'll say that you've been sick and busy, so you haven't really had a chance to interact. But yeah, there is also, there is time this morning where you could try to do some wyvern milking, if you know what I mean.
That's true.
He
Hey,
was pretty busy with that already.
yeah, have a. Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Actually, because we need. I mean, I have 3 vials, but that's not enough vials. We need more.
Here's
are we
the thing
gonna-
is we got this-
Are we
we
gonna
got this-
milk Bree, or are we gonna milk the actual wyverns? Like,
So, you being a druid, I figure you can wild shape into a wyvern and then maybe communicate with them and see if we can calm them down. And if not, then we can just have them stab into like a jar or something.
yeah. Well, I've also been going through my spells, and there's a spell, a level 5 spell, where I can like just force an animal to just do things.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
what is that?
So if they don't respond, then we can force them.
all right, okay.
Like that.
What is that spell called?
Geas, Geaf.
Oh no!
That one.
Oh, you know what? That actually, that works really well. Actually,
Just be nice to
Um,
them.
that is a really good spell for this.
Oh my lord.
For more than this.
If you
But
see,
yeah, okay, yeah. But first, let's see if we can get them to like go along with it, kind of.
yeah.
Because then maybe they'll be, won't try to kill us.
Yeah, maybe try.
Offer something
animal-
back to them.
Maybe try animal handling first.
Yeah. Like they're dragons.
Man,
they're
that's
like
so
gold. We
busted.
can
I forgot that spell
Just
exists.
give them like some gold and be like, here's a little mini horde.
Have you guys
Oh,
ever
yeah,
seen?
like-
Have you ever seen Code Geass?
No,
It's an
I've
anime.
heard of it.
It's really
It's
good.
familiar.
It's good. It's yeah. Anyways, so the character has basically the spell Geass, except it's
okay.
kind of like stronger.
Like, follow
Anyways,
the alpha. Okay, Britsha's be alpha.
so let's fast forward to where you guys are like, you get out all the vials and jugs ready for the milking. You you come out here into the courtyard. You have where you have the wyverns tied up and like staked to the ground. You've probably been feeding them, but they might still be a little hungry and also very cranky from being trapped here. There's a big old pile of wyvern shit to one side that you have someone who has to like shovel it out of the way,
And I
And
got a gold star.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that is a gold star.
that's definitely worth a
Yeah,
gold
that's
star.
true. I think it is.
What if we give the wyverns a gold star?
So you guys kind of like gather around, and a bunch of your soldiers are here as well in case things go wrong. And what do you do?
I let the
Y'all-
experts handle it. I let the experts handle
yeah,
it.
Who
let's-
has the highest animal handling?
No, let's let Bree go. Like talk to them first,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that the plan? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So Bree, what does Bree do
So
then?
is it better if I shapeshift, or because I mean I can just speak to them as well. I don't have to be a wyvern to talk to them. But
Oh,
They
I
might be
mean,
more receptive if you look like them, but then they are
True.
freaked
Well,
out
you-
on how
yeah,
one
no.
appeared in front
Yeah.
of them.
yeah, I was gonna say like fly down
you?
from somewhere else as a wyvern, and then be like, give these guys your poison, and then
These guys are chill.
all right. So wait, can I do that? Can I shapeshift into a wyvern or whatever it is?
Roll me a nature check.
Nature. Okay. Bang. Oh.
So you actually you start to just go like just focus like just focus trying to channel your inner dragon, and then you realize you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. You can't. It's not a beast. So you realize, wait a minute. Oh, these are dragon type. These are draconic creatures. But I will say, you're pretty sure you could make it. You could turn into an eagle that looks kind of like a wyvern.
Just duct tape some
I?
extra flaps on it.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah, hold on. And Helios, could you does polymorph work? You could polymorph.
I can polymorph.
Polymorph
into a beast, but
also-
I can't talk to them.
Polymorph is also into specifically a beast.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's the problem. I'm pretty sure also, Britsha, your druid stuff, you have the thing that lets you speak. Does it say creature or does it say beast?
Well, I have the speak with animals.
Oh, the spell? Yeah, well, that's probably going to be...
Communicate with beasts.
So beasts, these are not beasts.
Damn.
You know, I have speech with this creature, but I can't. Can only talk to them.
Yeah, that would work.
I can speak telepathically to any creature.
Yeah, how does sending work? With a creature,
I think they have
they might be
to...
broken.
Oh no, they don't have to know a language, they just have to have an intelligence score of at least 1.
Okay, sending's a little broken. Good to know.
you can do sending?
We're burning a lot of spell slots before combat.
Well, he's just looking at
Yeah.
them, you know. He's,
Sending a
Yeah,
ritual
we're just
spell?
So, this is what you have, Britsha. I'm going to put this in the chat for you. Also specifies beasts.
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania.
Damn it.
Oh, you know Sylvan. You can speak with centaurs.
Yeah,
Which
that would
would've
have
been useful in the
been
past.
helpful in the past.
That was very helpful.
To know, like, hey, these centaurs are going to talk about killing us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, alright, sounds like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Who was the most experienced? Would that work? I think it would work.
Wait, what? Sorry.
There's Charm Monster is a 4th level.
Put
one.
it in the chat. We can see.
I mean, I can
I
still
don't
talk
actually have
to
it in
them.
my spells, but
Oh, well,
man.
that's a
Okay.
moot point.
well, I can still add it. It's like I just woke up, right?
Yeah. So druids are
Oh,
prepared
yeah.
spellcasters. So
That's true.
if you were planning on doing this ahead of time, you could swap that out for one of your other spells for the day.
Yeah, and we were planning to do this.
Yep, you were playing just for a couple days now, so that makes sense that
I
you'd be
don't
like.
know if this will work though.
So let's see.
It's not even on the thing.
Charm monster. I'm looking at it now. Charm monster functions like charm person, but it's not restricted by creature type or size. So yeah, this could work. This could work. I believe. Or actually, wait. Let me make sure. That way, this is 3.5. Hold on. Let me see if I'm. Charm monster. You attempt to charm a creature you can see within range. That's just any creature. So this would work.
Would they be able to reply with sending because they only have a low intelligence?
They'd be able to reply. It just might not be very coherent.
Okay. So that first.
All right. So here's the deal.
Can I assist?
With what? How do you assist with sending a telepathic message?
Yeah.
You got this, man. You can do it.
That's fine. No.
So,
Now that you pointed out, I understand how stupid that question was.
so here's the thing. So Charm Monster, you can use, and if they fail, they will treat you as an ally until the spell ends, and it lasts an hour. You could do a full milking session with that. However,
That's a lot.
so it's a 4th level spell. If you upcast it at 5th level, you can target an additional creature and do both with one spell slot. So
Nice.
Britsha, you'd have to burn your only 5th level spell slot for the day,
I'll do that.
but you would get a full milking out of it, I'll say.
Weigh our options here.
I
don't need it. I don't need one of my 5th level spells. I'm good.
So we can we can also try it the hard way, you know? We got a bunch of dudes. And
that
some
one
jars. Yeah, so I guess we could try that last, you know?
We can try sending
Well, I mean,
first
we
because
still have the option. We have that option that I can just like force them. But that is also a 5th level spell.
that one just sounds
Yeah.
mean.
It
Fifth
just
level.
it really feels like maybe you could just try an animal handling them and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel
their
it's a
stingers are
weird
tied
workaround.
together, right? Yeah, their stingers are tied together and they're tied down. So we'd go up and have them be angry and then stab into the jar, I guess.
Yeah, it's like milking snakes for anti-venom, you know.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
if they're nice about it, and then we get more.
I
mean,
so you don't
I
want
feel like
Bree to
that-
just go in there and like.
I mean, what about me just, like, you know, milking meat?
What? But you can't turn into a wyvern.
You can't take the
Oh, right, shit. Damn it.
You can turn into another
into
animal and get
anything
milked.
Doesn't count.
I don't. That doesn't quite help. I guess you could turn into a giant snake, like a giant adder.
Is there
Yeah.
anything poisonous you can turn into, and we can just avoid this?
Well, we have them here. What are we gonna do? I think we do need to do.
Let's
try the plan.
Okay, what's
Let's
the
try the plan, and then plan
Wait.
H is that we milk.
What is the plan?
First, I should try first because they can respond to me. If not,
Okay.
then we'll do the shapeshift until the eagle is kind of looks like them, and they're like, "Hey,
Alright, what is your sending message that you're gonna send to them?
what do we want to tell them? Be like, so what can we offer them? Hey, like
we
if
will
you
give you unlimited food, any food you want, if you stab this jar with your stinger. All the food, all of it.
not all of it, but
I mean, every
will-
corpse we find,
yeah,
can you
we
just
said
here you
we'll
go.
treat, we'll treat you
Seared,
very
you
well
know?
in exchange for the poison to help protect you. I put that into 25 words.
Now, I don't think we need to give them the logic. I mean, they're not that
fair, they're
intelligent
not
of
smart at
creatures,
all.
right? They're not dragons, you know.
Okay,
So
roll me
just
a
give food and
Give
then
food
bada bing.
for poison.
roll me a persuasion check.
Oh my god, I'm
Yeah, you're
today.
yeah.
Hold
A
on.
max of
Plus 12.
32. Let's go.
So they're
Or
like,
max not go. I don't know.
well, so when you when you say this, it's like want freedom, no give, venom mine to kill you. And the one that
Killing
you
the
did
one.
this to is like going like snarling at you.
Okay. How many words did I use? Do I get to use the rest of the 25?
No, you have to
No.
send another.
Yeah,
another.
that's supposed to, yeah.
Now that he's responded.
Yeah, well, shit. I don't want to burn another one. I was thinking, like, well, what if we just take, like, a little bit and then let them be free? But, like, enough, like, storage poison. But I want to burn another sending.
Or let's give them steak and then see how they like it.
If they're,
You know?
gonna,
Honestly, let's feed them first and then try it again.
they're gonna be dicks about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can bring them like a corpse of something, like one of
Another
the
wyvern?
kobolds or
Sure,
something.
we have-
You probably use all the
Surely everyone
kobolds.
was sitting around.
Oh, yeah, the
that's what we've been
wyvern?
using.
Yeah, you feed them some of their own like kin's meat.
Like, they might not like that. I don't know. Maybe they're into it.
When you bring it over, it'd be a slab that is like separated from the body. They wouldn't know. Yeah, they would start chomping down on it. They still don't really seem like it's. They don't like being, tied up and tied to the ground.
Well, I don't want them being flying dickheads, but we're all
could,
to the situation.
Yeah, you could, you know what? If we could like abort this session if none of this works, but then next time we, you use hypnotic pattern on them while they're tied up, and then while they're hypnotized, we clip their wings so they can't fly.
Oh, you had me till that. That's weird. No. We could hypnotic pattern him and anoint them. That also feels weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had it only lasts a
Many
minute.
options, but I don't know.
His lolly pattern only lasts a minute though, whereas like the thing that Britsha has, Charm Monster, is lasts an hour. Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, what were you talking about? You have Gios, right? Which
That's
lasts
Charm
30 days.
Charm Monster is the hour one.
Or ethical.
Yeah. Oh, does Gios not work for monsters?
I don't actually know. I think it would actually, but
It just says creature.
yeah, so that'd work.
Yeah. See, and that would be 30 days.
Can we just have the druid attempt to tame them?
I mean, yeah, we could, but it's not going to be like,
That was
oh,
plan B.
suddenly they're tame, you know?
Well, I know, but like maybe we can make incremental progress towards it.
True. Yeah.
Just gave him a steak, and then plan B, you go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Good idea. Britshaw, you're up. I mean, Bree, you're up.
What do I do?
We're gonna make him be nice.
Am I turning into an
That's
evil, or
talking
am I
to
just
Use your
talking to him?
tree
It's up to you.
magic.
which is more convincing, eagle or human?
I feel like
Nothing
they
on a
might
flower.
think an eagle's kind of weird, and they're like, this guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
But they wouldn't trust you with either one, so just showing them that you're one of us still might be better. Like, hey, like I
So
know
what,
these
am I
guys
just-
are kind of weird, but I can
Do
help
I need
you.
a spell to talk to them, or can I just chat with them? And...
Well, so this wouldn't be chatting. This is more. They're saying you should just use an animal handling check to basically see if you can, like, go and pet them and like get them to start being being more friendly. So if you want to roll an animal handling check, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
shouldn't
give
roll that
them a
one.
nice pet and a, fist bump. Where's
Yeah.
animal handling?
Alan Bum.
Photos. Oh.
Oh wow.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, even though these things aren't literally animals, they are of the same level of intelligence as a lot of animals. So, yeah, actually, when Bree kind of starts talking to them, like very nicely and gently, Bree grabs like a big slab of wyvern steak, goes forward. Bree kind of like holds it up. One of them just like snatches, and so Bree kind of goes like no, like holds it back. And then the wyvern does the wyvern does kind of realize, so it kind of like gently reaches out, and and Bree takes it, puts the slab of meat in the thing's mouth. Now the other one looks jealous, but you could do the same thing with that one, and it actually does calm them down a little bit. They seem strangely calm around Bree, right? So Bree is certainly able to kind of work some sort of magic with these things.
You're in charge of rolls today.
And then they just kind of stare, but they're still not too happy. They're still like openly friendly, but they at least calm down a little bit.
Okay, so just do that like once a day.
We'll make it through to them.
So it'll be a long-term
we'll get
thing.
there.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That works. So anyway, where's Brannel?
He's in you guys.
No, he's in the brig.
Yeah, he's in the brig.
Across from the other guy.
Yeah, I know you guys. I'm sure you explained this. What happened to me already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, well, I don't know. How close are we to being able to go through with that deal? Where we're going to talk to Eric, or Helios is going to talk to Eric.
Half a day's travel.
Half a day? Okay, in that case, I think, I don't know. I was gonna say we should talk to Brannel, but I mean, sounds like you did a lot of talking.
It's so much talking. It was
So, yeah.
great conversation.
Okay, well, never mind then.
I don't
I don't know what we should
It
do.
wouldn't hurt to zone of truth the guy and make sure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. I can do that. Sure, yeah. Actually, you know what? I want to inspect the walls.
Gotta telegraph
I want to
the
see all the
spell, man.
damage.
Oh, the damage from the ballistae that hit you guys? Yeah, it's not too bad.
The crashing and the
It's
the-
like oh yeah, from that too. So you guys got shot at by a couple of ballistae. It was fine. Some minor damage to a couple walls, and then one of your guys' ballistae almost fell off the wall when you tilted the castle last time, and it's damaged, but it's being repaired today, so it'll be up soon.
Okay, so all of this stuff it's stuff we have provisions to repair.
Yeah, it's nothing too
The
crazy.
dudes. Okay. Swag. And hog. Yeah, alright, I guess it's time to Zone of Truth Brannel and see if you guys, your efforts were worth the trouble.
Yeah, where were you sleeping in yesterday? You had this.
Hey man, what I was doing was way more important.
We've established this.
Yeah.
Sorry, who I was doing was way more important.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go see.
Yeah, you
Let's
go
see
down.
about this.
You go down to where Brandon is. As you come down, he's just like, "Changed your mind already? You need me."
We just changed our people.
Yeah, all right. Wow. All right. That's how you greet me. I wasn't even there. You don't even know if I agree with what happened. But anyway, and I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth, centered on the cell.
Okay. He's like, he looks at it and he's like,
Well, I don't know if he even passed it to tell the truth yet.
yeah. Well, he still he hears you say this and he's like, I know what that is. I'm not gonna talk.
Okay, you don't need to talk. And then I don't know. I cast a spell anyway.
Great follow-up.
Alright,
doesn't need to talk.
he has to make a charisma saving throw. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a second. Do we want to do this to help it?
Yeah.
Basically,
If you do
that
that,
would
you basically
insane.
the idea is you just insult him and throw him mentally off balance right when he makes the check. You're like,
Just to
oh
be safe,
yeah. Well, we don't
we'll
need your
use this before we go into
fucking
this
nuts
area.
or something.
Okay, so we're down.
Oh yeah, you're stupid and dumb and short.
So then, all right, he
Coming,
was.
coming.
All I do is I just do the TSM thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, buddy.
He failed.
Okay. It didn't even. Yeah, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't.
All
Hope nobody needs inspiration.
right. Well, you know what, guys? What do you want to ask him? What was that all about yesterday? And also, I'm going to use my telepathic feat to cast Detect Thoughts, which is okay because Zone of Truth is wacky and wild and is not concentration.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not going to probe yet. I just want to see like what he thinks when TSM tells me what questions he wants to ask.
He's very annoyed.
Take the floor.
I meant Talvo, not TSM.
Why did you tell us to not worry? And what are you like? What are you getting at? It feels like we could have been very honest, equal partners, and then all of a sudden you hit me with deception very late in the game.
Before he says anything, Duncan, Adau gets the sensation of just like pure annoyment. You can already tell just from the surface level thoughts of this guy, he considers all of you way below him.
Okay.
Oh, he's racist.
Oh yeah, you're short. Next question.
Not literally, not physically.
There's the minus
You can tell he basically thinks he's superior to you guys, like in his cunning.
Okay.
He would just say. So then the answer though, you'd say, you didn't need to know. It doesn't concern you.
I mean, if it's Zone of Truth, then maybe it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, you can be finicky or like weaselly.
Well, also, he believes this. It doesn't necessarily mean it's correct.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So,
I mean, even yeah. That's true. I
yeah, so
didn't
maybe
think
it
about
doesn't
that.
concern us. That is the truth.
Yeah. Well, were it to concern us, what would you have said, truthfully, to let us know of what your true plans were and what your intentions were?
Truthfully.
Were you to believe that it concerned us, of course.
He's like, what?
My brother in Christ, I almost dropped you off this castle once. I'll fucking do it again.
All at the rock. Like,
Rock, yeah.
He just kind of ignores the question and just says, you all are a bunch of servants.
Servants of whom? Society?
Kurbak.
you want to know?
Kurbak, and now I was going to give you a chance for something real, for real glory, and instead you throw it away. Out of
Real
pettiness.
See what he can do is pretty glorious.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of right. I'm saying this out loud. He's kind of right. We have done a lot to aid Kurbak's cause lately. Maybe we should rethink that. I'm standing within the zone. If he knows what the spell is, hopefully he knows that. I don't know.
Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. What grudge do you have against the Boar Emperor?
I'm giving like a.
He shrugs. He's like, I no more of a grudge than I have against any other human or elven scum.
Ah, I see. So you're racist.
Yeah.
They can keep their cities, but when they refuse to help us with our matters or refuse to let us into their cities to trade.
I just want to clarify to him one more time. He's a fucking hostage.
All right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the other hostage we currently have also wasn't very cooperative. So
Yeah, but like
You're going on about how we never help you.
that guy we did wrong. We maybe fricked up a little bit there.
that's
was
true.
not-
This guy's been a dickhead the whole time.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Well, he just said something that it sounds like he maybe I don't know the cultural dynamic there, but it sounds like he perceives that dwarves are discriminated against. So, is that true? Poetry? Is that like something that happens?
Dwarves are generally looked at as either like most people's interactions with dwarves come from three ways, right? Most other non-dwarven like realms in this area, your interactions with dwarves are either going to be beyond the occasional dwarf who's just doing their own thing, right? But like as far as larger groups of dwarves, they're either going to be merchants bringing in exorbitantly priced metals to sell to the other, realms. 2, slavers coming in to sell slaves from their conquests. Or 3, literally war bands of conquering dwarves, because the dwarves in all different dwarven realms have recently, the past few hundred years, been pushing to expand more and more.
The dwarves just kind of sound like dicks, huh?
Yeah,
That's
some of
probably
the
not making people like
some
you.
of the dwarves are more reasonable, like less it's all about enslaving their war prisoners. Some of them are pretty aggressive, where like it's kind of been a thing where some of the dwarves are still pretty isolationist, right? But a few in particular have kind of been conquering human and elven towns and basically like imposing massive taxes on them, shit like that, right? So.
Okay.
So it varies based on which dwarven city state you're talking about, but the ones that aren't like the slavers and conquerors are so isolationist that they don't even have any influence. So
yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay.
yeah, and those ones are actually
Okay, so
probably
he's
even
kinda right.
more. Those ones are probably even more xenophobic. They just don't conquer, right? So
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
It's a lose-lose.
Okay.
Well,
So what do you?
we set out to help you.
Yeah, I mean,
We're literally employed by him, helping you. So,
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, regardless, why offer to help a party of not dwarves if this is your view, in just because we happen to be doing something that could benefit you?
he's
So I
trying.
guess making a deal. Okay.
He thinks he's outsmarting us.
I mean, yeah, that may be the case.
there's nothing up here to smart.
Yeah. Okay, so so what do we? Go ahead.
Talvo's
Mind you, the dwarf people.
Talvo's had a rough couple weeks, right? He's been he's been trying to be assassinated twice. He's had party members leave and not be available for pretty important events. He's a little fed up. So Talvo is
You're
gonna
not killing the prisoner.
Talvo's gonna go ahead and say, "Give me one good fucking reason to not drop you 60 feet off the ground into your own party of dwarves."
At least then I'd be able to walk away.
Oh, a little higher.
Yep,
We could
that was
carry
it.
you, but I don't want to do that.
He looks at you though. He's like, he realizes that answer's not gonna fly, and he's like, listen, if you go in to meet my cousin, I'm sure you think it's gonna go all well for you since you're bringing me as a hostage.
Probably
Right.
not, but
But if you
Yeah,
think
you're really leaning into hostage.
If
You're
you-
making it less likely the more you talk.
that it'd be better to bring my corpse into my cousin, I think you underestimate how dwarves view such things.
Oh yeah, that you talked about that last
Oh,
session,
okay,
didn't you?
take notes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like cool, neat. Why are you worth anything to me?
Why were you here in the first place? What was our goals in Gabagard?
We don't have to go there. I can just drop you off the edge of this fucking island, and we can go somewhere else and do other more important things to me.
You'd be losing the help of my dwarven men.
I think we're already there.
Oh yeah, they've already managed that.
Yeah. Y'all
Maybe.
already that ship that castle has flown away.
The castle's flown away.
I'm willing to.
I'm already banking on the loyalty of a bunch of dwarven men whose leader abandoned them.
I didn't abandon them.
You gave up. That's a great show of strength.
They know. My men know tactics.
And yet you're here to sell.
Sometimes, retreat or surrender are the best options.
Full relocation into a cell.
Um,
Anyway, so let me
Again,
let me ask a few questions, guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Instead of, while we
Yeah.
let's take a break from insulting the lad. So I want you to tell me what you were keeping from Talvo and Helios, and what you were having Theo keep tabs on me for, and why he was coming into my goddamn room and looking at my logs. I don't like that.
I don't want to answer that. And you can tell Duncan that he's like hiding something, obviously.
Yeah. When he says I don't want, can I use that as my moment to probe his mind?
Yeah. What is the check that he needs to make for that? I don't remember.
Did I already post it? No, I'll post it. I think it's wisdom. I mean,
that's a lot of text.
it is
They're just distracted reading it. And that's the problem.
intelligence
Okay, let's see.
contested by my intelligence. Oh wait, hold on.
No, it says wisdom. So if you probe deeper, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
I think the
That's
intelligence
true.
is.
And then okay. Then after that,
Yeah, that's
then
after.
to
so.
contest it. Yeah. Okay.
He fails, so you're
He
going to
fails.
immediately be able to probe deeper as he was kind of like saying he doesn't want to tell you. And so you're going to be able to figure out, you're going to actually see. What you see is what he is envisioning would have happened if you weren't meddling with him. If you hadn't stopped him, you can see in his vision, he literally envisioned himself atop the castle with your guys' bodies on pikes around the walls.
Oh, and so
Yeah,
we see
okay.
this telepathy thing.
No, only Duncan sees this.
Yeah. No, I just see this in my mind.
Yeah, but you know now that's what he was aiming for, is to literally just take it over.
Okay. So as quickly as in real life I'm bad at this stuff, but as quickly as I see this, I'm gonna get real aggressive, go up to the bar and say, they're like yell at him, what were you gonna do in Gabagard? So yeah, I used to be a lot louder, but I kind of can't do that with
That's
I've
fine.
got neighbors up, down, left, right.
It's fine.
You know.
Yeah. He's gonna try to resist. So now, yeah, he's gonna try to resist, and so now he's gonna use his intelligence check, contested by yours, to
Okay.
try and.
Battle of the Minds. Oh.
Yeah, literally, it is a battle of the minds. Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna say that he fails so bad. He's just kind of like wasn't expecting this level of aggression so much that you actually dig even deeper into his mind. It's like Kylo Ren, like just grabbing something out of his head, and so he's like, "Ugh!" Like he just kind of is just like grunting in like mental anguish. You could tell what he was going to do was he in Gabagard is you could tell that he was planning on doing a coup. You could actually tell that his whole thing about doing about negotiating, you guys being a mediator, that was all completely a lie the entire time. The plan from the start was it was never to negotiate. It was always a coup, and he was going to take over in Gavagard. So.
Okay. That's about what I expected. All right.
Say that out
All right,
loud.
boys. Yeah, all right, boys. Yeah, he was planning a coup. He was gonna kill us all. He wasn't gonna help us at all in the end. Let's kill him.
Okay, well, we didn't need to do the theatrics for that. So
Yeah, well, I mean, we can do
Yeah,
something.
okay.
Let's feed him to the wyverns. Let's invite
Yeah,
some
you
of
know.
his officers up and feed him to the
good
wyverns.
make good migrant food. They are hungry.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so here's the thing, is we've run into some unintended consequences several times before. There are
Well, we can wait till the dwarves are sleeping and then land the castle on them.
that's what I was thinking. Is like
They're just accomplices. You know,
there are 60 dwarves hanging out behind us that we do need to worry about. We don't want to make too many enemies.
Actually, at this
Yeah.
exact moment, coincidentally, one of your like watch guards comes like running in, like panting, and then they like see the prisoner, like, and they're like, Talvo, sir, could I have a word?
Sure, buddy.
Say it out loud. Just get it out here.
He's like, okay, yes, sir, Adau. The dwarves, they aren't there in their camp anymore.
Where did they go?
Well, where the hell are we gonna drop this
How
guy?
did you miss 60 fucking dwarves?
He's like we
they are
didn't.
small.
He's like, we didn't have any guards down on the ground. They would have, maybe killed us or something. No, we've been watching them through the night, but they must have snuck off into the woods.
Well, they're not on the
Is this-
castle.
Does this specific guard, is he wearing a gold star?
Oh, no.
No, he's not.
No, don't punish him. I mean, it's not it's not his problem necessarily, or his fault necessarily. Hey Bree, you want to turn into like an owl or like an eagle or a hawk or something and go
we can
find
do
him?
a little night vision thing here.
Yeah.
By the way, when this guy kind of says this stuff, then Braynolt just kind of laughs. He's like,
Where'd they go, buddy? Where did they go?
he's like,
Tell me now.
I don't know, and he's telling the truth. He's like, listen, I told them if something like this happened, well, they know what to do.
What do they know to do?
I'm gonna glass him.
No, not yet. Not yet. You can't. Not yet. I forbid it. What do they know to do,
Remember,
Brandon?
he was in the zone of truth when he said dwarves don't like corpses.
We talked about this, and as a potential outcome, something going wrong. I told them if they're on the ground when that happens, they get out of sight of you all.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, unrelated note. Do you guys, I don't know, have like a coffers or something, like treasure, hidden that we wouldn't find if we were to kill you?
The mercenaries?
Hypothetically.
Maybe
Just any of them.
Maybe my cousin does. He's sitting on a fairly rich mining city, but
Okay, sounds about right. Thank you. And Talvo, you're up. It's all you. I'm gonna go outside. It would be cool and Pog if Bree could follow me so that we could look for the dwarves.
Okay, so here's
Can
the thing.
I
right?
cast Geas on him?
Yo, that's actually a good as fuck idea. That is so smart. He can go back down and be like, nothing, no problem. We're good guys.
Send them somewhere
I don't know
else.
if I have that much control.
You're a genius. How could I not see this?
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So what's going on? You're on the table now. It's up to you. I did my part.
Wait, so do we want to find these dwarves? Should I turn into an owl and try and start scoping?
We could do that, but it may be yeah. Let's if we're gonna. Yes, actually, let's do that first. Let's find them and see where they're
Alright.
kind of going.
Yeah, so let's
Should I
not
turn into
glass
an
him
owl?
yet.
Yeah, we're gonna guess
I
him.
still want to glass him with a flask of oil, but I'll
We can glass him
Intimidating.
after he's like we can do it in combat or something. Like we'll see. If he's on our side,
Combat, he's
Okay, but like I'm still on the thing where he was like in the zone of truth. Like
also he
if we-
hears
if
us.
we
Like
bring his
he
cousin-
hears this.
Yeah, if we just argue his fate in front of him. Bring
He's like,
his corpse to his cousin. Apparently they don't like that, and if we're trying
Yeah,
to
it's like-
also make enemies of them,
Well, yeah, a foreigner desecrating the
At least
body
right
of a
now,
dwarf. That's
potentially
like
on our
that's like
side.
bad. So
or at least potentially on their side.
I mean, well, here's the thing: is like it would be cool to get Satan's hat. Like that would be helpful. But
It's just opinion at this
it
point.
doesn't
we
feel
don't need these guys to do that.
necessary. It doesn't feel.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like.
we might, but we could
We
also
probably
get
could.
like if we promise the city to one of the like
Other dwarves.
nearby nobles, then then we can just give it to. We can be like, hey, well, you can have that city once we've cleared it out if you give us the artifact.
Yeah.
Because like the dwarves can't fucking take it back. They've been trying
Yeah,
for
we can
hundreds
just
of
drop
years.
this guy in Gabagool, go up to the other place, and be like, "Hey, who wants to be hired?" and then go to the.
Yeah. I mean, we could also try to get on the
I would
side if they're
circumvent
cousins.
everything. The DM will surely not let that happen.
Yeah. But you know what though? We can find out because I can. Real quick question: how does commune work? Because there are no gods here.
yeah. So
You know?
that is, it would just be that.
Like divination magic.
So it's like there's kind of the thing is, even though there's no gods, there's no influence of gods here. At least in a traditional sense, like the flow of magic itself kind of has a will of its own. It's almost like its own like being, or the essence of a being that exists everywhere in the universe at once. And it's not really a specific god, right? It's kind of like, you know how like a jellyfish doesn't have a brain, but it does have the functions of a brain throughout
Like
its
a
whole
neural
body.
structure? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. There's no like a brain would be like a deity, but magic itself is also kind of like that sort of structure as a whole.
It's a cool.
And it has kind of, it has its own will and kind of its own sense of irony at times, right? Stuff like that.
Okay, so it's just like it's the same thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's
or
like
in previous sessions.
It's like the guys who found you basically just got an answer straight from magic itself, right? So, and that would be the same thing here. So you contact your deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that you can answer with a yes or no. So yeah, it has to be yes or no questions.
Yeah.
You said correct.
I was asking for then eventually, like perhaps in a bit, I might do
Okay.
this, but we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
really need it right now. But yes, I put it in the chat just in case.
Yeah.
But yes, so current plan. Bree find dwarf, maybe Gios dwarf.
While this is all happening, can I just have been an owl and flying around looking for them?
Yeah, if you wanted to just go, roll me a survival check. You're probably decent at those, right? Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm alright.
You're able to find like tracks pretty easily. They did try to cover their tracks, but you still find traces. Unfortunately, you're kind of like flying around their camp in owl form looking. The traces you do find seem to split off in multiple directions.
Alright. Do you think I should, well, is it like my call now what I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
The bird.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go
Yeah,
further.
you could
Yeah, you
look
could go
for fires or
further.
something.
I've got time.
You
I
could
stay as an
come
owl for a
Hours.
while.
Yeah.
You could also come back and tell us that.
And then go further.
Yeah, I don't want to waste your time.
To you.
Okay, so Bree wants to.
Wait, what does it look like? Like, what am I looking at right now? I'm just looking at 2 trails that go off. Does it look? Do it
Well,
look-
multiple,
does it
not
look
more
scary?
more than 2. There's like probably 5 or 6 trails. It seems like the doors split off in groups of around 10 or 12, and then
What's the area look like?
It's pretty heavily forested and hilly, mountainy.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll fly back because we could split up like in Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
So I'll fly back.
Okay, you fly back and come out of owl form.
Yeah. I don't have to like destroy. Well, like in that direction, the direction I just came from. I I follow the trails, and it led to a point where it all like, you know, there's 5 different trails, and I don't know what to do. So, but we could, you know.
Those are those 5 of us, but one's a DM. So
God follows one of the parties. Yeah. No, I mean that's useful.
One of my
yeah,
friends
thank you
can
for
follow.
doing that. Yeah, that's true. We could also, I think, what we should do.
Riley. We have Riley.
Yeah, Riley, do it. Yeah. But we should raise the castle so they can't use the rope ladders to climb up, even if they come back, like during the night. And then we just post guards so they're looking out in every direction. They could look for smoke trails, signs of camps.
I mean, obviously, we already were like not trusting those dwarves, so I don't think the rope ladders would have been dangling for them to get.
Well, that's true. Well, but you know, just they can't, you know, they can't erect a small ladder and then bring down the rope ladder or something like that.
Yeah.
And just it's a good eventuality to have, or a good precaution to have for that eventuality.
Hard code it. Yeah.
So like, here's kind of the thing: is like, Talvo being like a pirate and having a spy network kind of understands guerrilla tactics, and I think what he would go with is like, guys, I don't think this juice is like worth the squeeze. I think maybe we should just go somewhere else. I'm not liking trying to fight a guerrilla force. I'm not liking.
Well, yeah, I don't want to seek them out and fight them. We saw how that it worked.
But
So they're not here. To
we're
protect us.
going after an archdemon in a dwarven city, which is it's a fortified area, and that just is begging to get like flanked from. I mean, the hat.
Do you know where we're going?
No.
Who? The guy? Or oh, you're asking Talvo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, do we know where we're going? That's true, Brent. Does Brandon know where this place is?
Yeah, he's been there. Well, and actually, I mean, you could double check now that you've known the truth. He actually has been there.
Okay.
Or at least he believes he's been there. No, he's been there.
Yeah, that's a good out for all of these.
So, and if you're still discussing this in his earshot, he'd be like, I'm telling you. I tell you what.
Tell you what.
Listen, hear me out. Maybe my plan with the whole coup thing was a bit forward of me. You all are clearly more clever than I thought. I am willing to work with you, even if it's just me as a prisoner and your guide, as long as you promise I'd live through it.
You were willing to work with me before, and then you lied to my fucking face.
That's when I had that's when I had a mercenary band that I thought was going to be able to take this castle. It's just me now, and we could work well together.
Are you just saying this because you're afraid of death?
He shrugs and he's like, I am afraid of death.
It's fair.
I mean, yeah, he said that willingly with Zone of Truth, so I mean, it must have been true to some extent. But let's, I don't want to discuss that within earshot of you.
Yeah, let's take a step away for a little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's come. We'll be.
Yeah,
back.
you guys go get some breakfast. You get some omelets made for you by the cook. Wyvern omelets.
Wyvern omelets. Okay. Well,
I would like to beckon Riley over to get his.
Yeah, let's get Riley's advice.
He's like, yeah, he comes up and he's like, oh, I've been trying this new trick. He whips his rat tail out and goes whoosh, and slaps someone on the butt.
I knew it.
With the rat tail. It's like
prehensile. You could like use that.
No, he has to use a hand to do it. Like he uses like a whip. So he's like,
that's hilarious.
So Riley's like, yeah, what's up, boss?
Have you seen that? You saw the dwarf Brennel? Oh, that yeah. Okay, true. That is kind of cool.
He's like, saw the dwarf. I was there distracting them when we put the castle. That was awesome, by the way.
Oh,
I mean,
true. Yeah.
I almost fell off, but you know. Anyways.
You could fly. You
Ah, that's true. Yeah, I could fly. Kind of forgot about that for a second there, though.
Yeah, he is a bard. That's true.
Well, no, we had Helios cast fly
Yeah.
on him. When we were tipping the castle, like he could just like fly.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. He didn't have to though, because he's cool.
So yeah, so he's like, yeah, what's up though?
This dwarf guy kind of seems like a dick, right?
I mean, I don't know. The dwarves in general seemed all right, but I guess not.
I'm talking about this guy.
Yeah, the leader,
He's
Brandon,
like-
who we have in the cell.
He's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess.
Well, okay, so if you were fully in control of this castle, and he came to you and promised his aid, but was secretly planning to coup you and kill you and put your bodies on pikes behind your back, what would you do with him if he then promised truthfully to help you afterwards? Hypothetically, just saying.
Riley thinks on this. He's like, oh, I know. I'd make him be my court jester.
That is a genius fucking idea. Riley,
Yeah.
give Riley a star. Talvo, give him a star now.
Riley gets two.
He gets two
Okay.
stars.
Yeah.
A handy little Geos for that.
That deserves a round of applause.
We give him two
Thank
gold
you.
stars, and they're both centered right on his little hat.
Yeah. Then he'll
Oh, man.
wander off thinking that he just had the most profound idea of all time.
This is actually the greatest thing ever to happen. Alright, well, we don't have to do that immediately anyway. It's up to you guys. And girl. And owl. And rat. And the rats, too. They get input. I don't know what the rats can do. I haven't seen anything from them yet. So,
this.
Yeah,
Just as a little role play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Talvo would
I
get
get
down.
Blancus to do a flip again.
Talvo would crouch down on, and be like, "Good idea, buddy." Give him 2 stars.
Two star.
Riley's like, yeah, I know it was. And he's like, oh, jeez. Okay.
He gets 2 stars for this, while 3 of our party members got 1 star for literally dying.
Yeah, so the...
Riley's cuter.
Yeah. So they, okay, so I guess...
The rest of them have rat tails.
I guess the, okay, well, yeah, what's the plan then? You guys are still, you're like half a day outside of Gabagard.
I say we go to Gabagard anyway. Just to see what's up. Like we don't have to do the whole plan where we use them as a bargaining stick. We could tell Eric about the plan.
Expecting us, so I don't know how.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
It could be a no-show, like a doctor's appointment or something. But no, I think we should go. I think we should go and see what happens.
Worst case, we get on the castle and just fly away. Really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, worst case, we fly out. Yeah, exactly.
Park it outside, walk in.
Talvo would go, but he's not feeling great about it.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not feeling too great about it either.
What's the other option? Go.
As long as as long as we don't as long as we follow the norms of their diplomatic culture, sort of.
Can we do some dwarf diplomacy research?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
do we
you
know- what do we
literally
know about
have-
that? Is there anything in this castle about it? Probably like in a book.
You
I
literally...
know that dwarves like metal, and we got a frick ton of gold. So.
You do have a nobleman dwarf in your castle as a prisoner, and he can't lie, so he can fucking do this
How
here.
long does it
Yeah, all right, fair enough. That's a good point. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go ask him.
He's
I
like,
mean, everyone can come, but I was just gonna.
in this cell. Do we need to do?
he'd be like, what did you tell? Are you arriving announced?
Helios.
They know that just us. They asked for just like immediate party members to show up, so like us, and that's about it. Yeah, we told them that we have.
I would interrupt Helios. Why are you fucking telling him the truth, dumbass?
Well, he has
Shit,
to.
sorry, I stepped in the zone of
I guess he
truth.
doesn't have to, but because like you can make a save, so you don't have to.
Yeah, you can just walk out of it. This guy can't. But yeah, you.
Then why would you tell him that? Come on, man.
So the guy is like, I take me, and I can talk for you.
No.
I still if we go into the if we bring him in, I can still cast Zone of Truth. If he doesn't like it's not really
cousin guy's
possible
like,
for him
what
to.
is this?
Yeah, he won't be able to. I'm not gonna let him lie.
Yeah, you could presumably force him to tell the truth inside the city.
Yeah, would that would me, a foreigner, casting a spell like that affects the nobles be faux pas?
I mean, probably if you just did it.
Would you know if it
What
was?
that means?
I mean, you would know that in general that would probably be a faux pas, but maybe not if you.
We're bringing a prisoner and trying to.
Yeah, and told that to a ruler, like, hey, I know this guy was playing a coup against you, right? That's a little bit of a different situation than normal.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, it's like more like an interrogation. In fact, they're well. How magical are dwarves? Are they just as magical as everybody else in not like their innate ability, but their culture?
Well, they again have a lot more of like the kind of high quality armor and weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't necessarily have any higher proportion of enchanted armor. Probably about the same. I will say dwarves in my world are lots of times tinkerers as well, so they have a higher concentration of like artificers and those sorts of magics, right? So
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering for the purposes of them having a court mage that could also cast Zone of Truth or detect thoughts or something to corroborate my claims.
I
Imagine
mean,
having two detect
We have
thoughts cast on you
we
at
have
once.
a shaman guy.
That's true. We also have shot, but would the dwarves trust an emissary of Kurbak, like a
Yeah,
high
they don't like
priest?
us very much.
Yeah,
Fair. And they aren't expecting him, so we should only go with just
that's true. I mean, he could go in place of you, but I don't think that's a good idea.
have to make him invisible.
I think that's a worse idea.
Yeah, he just pops into existence like.
Hi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
I'm
Is it
okay.
the second level?
Talvo is okay with walking into this cursed situation, but can he have another vial of wyvern poison?
Yeah, you can have one. I have 2 left.
Use it carefully,
Yeah.
because we're gonna have to solve that situation eventually anyway.
True. Okay. Yeah, so we need to be announced. Don't call the noble bad word. What I don't know the specific questions to ask. Like what is there that we have to do specifically to remain in the good graces of your cousin, the noble cousin Eric of Gabagard, that is specifically.
okay. He would be like, you would think you'd be like, He'll probably be happy to see me.
Be happy.
In chains or to see you in general?
One way or another, he'll be happy, I'm sure. Our family is, our families are kind of weird, especially the noble ones.
Yeah. Nobles do tend to have family wreaths. Anyway.
You weren't trying to coup him, so.
Yeah, that's yeah, you were planning a coup.
He would be like, pretty normal.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything inherently bad about planning a coup.
About
It's,
as
you know, kind
our family,
You didn't carry it out.
our family's had coups and assassinations about as often as we've had family reunions.
Usually at the same time. Or...
I don't think that's
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
Hey,
the
you get along with the
flex you think
Boarman
it
well.
is.
That's a flex. Maybe it's a dwarven flex. But okay, so man, I don't know. I think we need to get one way or another a contingent of dwarves to help us retrieve Satan's hat.
Yeah.
But if we don't and we take on the extra risk, we can just assume control of the place and then just start pumping out like precious metals. What do you guys think about that dichotomy?
You can enslave the goblins.
No.
That is an option. We have done worse things.
Don't love the word slave.
We could use the goblins' unpaid mining interns. Okay.
None of it's worse.
Anyway, so other than enslaving the goblins, what do you guys think it's a good idea? And we can build mining machinery, use tunnel mining and explosives.
I mean, that would take a while amidst all of our other goals, but we can put it on the back burner. Let's just get there first, and then.
Well, I'm just saying, like, do we spend time in one of these cities attempting to gain the favor of a noble so we can get a contingent of dwarves and make it easier, and then just get a lump sum of gold? Or do we just go take it for ourselves?
I mean, admittedly,
We get the hat.
let's just get this dickhead out of my house. You know?
Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's go. Oh, there's poetry.
That's a little nose. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, in
Oh
that
no,
case,
he
if
lost
that's
the
the- if
leg!
that's
Oh no! Okay.
Oh man,
Okay, there you go. We're good.
he's not having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Sorry,
go.
so what's the plan? What's the plan again?
It's it sounds like the plan is just
We're gonna
get
go
to
to
Gabagard and meet with Eric.
Okay. Sounds good. You are gonna move the castle closer or go on foot?
Maybe a little closer, and then
Yeah, move the castle as close as reasonable.
It's
Okay.
like behind like a ridge, but then like walkable distance.
Yeah, I don't want them to shoot at us with.
Yeah, so
It's
like
been like an hour.
I
Yeah.
don't like my wall.
I don't want to fucking lose any more fucking walls.
okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a mile away, right? 20-minute walk. That sounds
The
about right.
dwarves
Yeah.
like elk, or would they be terrified of them?
The dwarves use
They're
elk.
here, yeah.
Yeah, dwarves.
Let's
The
bring our
dwarves
elk
use
down.
elk.
We haven't used them in a while.
Give them
Okay.
for a walk.
Yeah, and so like
Do we have one? Oh, you have an elk too. Yeah, you have a cool elk.
Yeah, we all three of us do.
We
The
did a
way-
hand wave away, but
Look,
like, we each have
has
our
one too.
elk, right?
Yeah, you have it with you. You'd have brought them onto the.
But I have the coolest elk, right?
So yeah, okay, fuck you.
Yeah, you're the
Get
cooler
outta
elk.
here.
Rich boy.
So actually, the dwarves stole that. I'm just kidding. But no, the so you yeah, you'd be able to just walk a short distance here. And the way I'm imagining this, by the way, is that you know in like the Hobbit movies, the dwarven city in the mountain where the
I
battle
definitely know
of
this, I'm not googling it right now.
yeah, where the battle of the five armies takes place. I'm imagining the entrance to the city being something like that. Like there's like literally in the side of a mountain. It's like halfway up the mountain, right? And in the side of it, there's like a big wall with like a gap above the wall, and then it's cave, right? So it's not like an outer wall that's outside of the mountain. It's literally like imagine a cave entrance, and there's a wall halfway up in the entranceway of this massive cave, and then it just goes into like tunnels and caves in the mountain. It's like built into a mountain. So that's one thing is that if like so that's one thing is like you couldn't really like unlike a normal city. It's not like you could take your castle and go above the city. There's a mountain above the city, right? You can kind of get a somewhat of an angle above the gate if needed, but that's about it.
Man, that is so defensible. I'm gonna not, dude. That's so. I love that.
And you would know that this is actually this is how most of the major dwarven like cities in these mountains are. So this one is actually kind of on the smaller side, although it's still major in this region. It's a hub in this region.
Gabagol Palace.
Yeah, it's like there
That's what I
are.
was saying, man. Is like, I don't want to like fuck with these guys unless we're.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's think about what spells we have that could get us out of this situation.
Dimension door.
Dimension door. How many people can you bring in with you? Just one.
That's my question.
The range is also only 500 feet on that.
Yeah. Well,
That's true.
also
500
taller
feet.
than them.
500
Do they
feet
have a?
is pretty hot. Is pretty far.
Man, you know, it's all right though. You know what? Because how Do these dwarven cities generally connect to groundwater?
Yeah, normally there will be like springs and stuff within the mountain.
So they can have like fountains and stuff.
And there will be lots of times there will be other tunnels, mining tunnels, other ways in if you know them, but you don't know them and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And then other than the main like atrium, like the grand entrance, how tall? Like, what are the dimensions cross-sectionally of the tunnels that you like make up a lot of?
Are we gonna be crouching?
You wouldn't know the details of that. They're just there's probably just lots of them.
I just mean like when I go in, you know.
Oh, like the. Yeah. In the city, it's basically like it's like a whole there's like it's basically laid out like a there's like a main walkway, right? A main passageway with plazas kind of branching off of it, and that's like the city, the main street, right? And that is going to be like pretty wide, like wide enough for carts to go by each other.
Yeah.
Right. It would look like I'm imagining something like in terms of like if you've ever been to like the old quarter of like Barcelona or something, or any other European city.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So pretty wide with lots of like buildings literally just carved out of the mountainside, there. Lots of times with like 20, 30 feet of clearance above too, right? So like these big tunnels. And then there'll be smaller tunnels branching off, smaller like literal streets, right? And stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Cool. So, we are on our elks. We have Brannel. I think I will have gagged him.
Okay, gagged him.
Yeah. What do you guys think we should do? Well, I mean, hold on. Will that be a faux pas? Will people be mad if we have a dwarf gagged?
Helios already told them that you had him because he was like.
Yeah, because he was
potentially traitorous or dangerous, right? So, and the sergeant dude basically said like, we'll figure it out. So,
Okay. So, guys, shall we go in?
Well, that's why we're here.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And I think this is a good time to take a little break.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. How much longer did you guys want to go by? Like another hour and a half or so? Is that good?
Good, yeah.
Up to you guys. It's MLK Day tomorrow, so no work.
Okay. Yeah.
I do.
That sucks for you, bro. American moment.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to work early, or are you
Ish.
Okay, so we won't go too late, but we'll go a little longer. We'll go like another hour or so. In a moment, we'll be back in a second. let's do it. I have unmuted us. We're back.
Fucked up poetry.
Hello, String.
Sorry, I know. I also hate
This is
dwarves.
not
I'm sorry.
Not natural.
Yeah. Alright, so
bother running a game at this point.
alright, so you guys are gonna go to Gavagard. You're gonna show up on your elk with a hog-tied dwarven captive.
Yeah.
And he
The Boarman
is.
pun in there.
Can I use a disguise kit to make him look like a clown?
Yeah, but that would definitely be a faux pas. You don't need to make
Talk
a
about
check to know
yeah,
that.
there you go.
You don't need to make a check. You would know that would not go across well with the dwarves. That'd be like you know, like the shaming thing from with Cersei in Game of Thrones, which I've never even seen Game of Thrones. It'd be like doing that, except it's in like you know.
Oh, it'd be like bringing a dwarf and elf face. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I guess.
Give him fucking knife ears. That'd be so funny.
So, okay, so you guys are gonna like kind of roll up on the castle gates. There's actually a couple like trade caravans coming in right now in the middle of the day here. And at one point, like when you get closer, some guards will call and be like, "Halt!" and have crossbows aimed at you guys. But then the sergeant will be like, "Oh, I recognize them. Aric has been, Lord Aric has been waiting for you all." Oh, he doesn't burp. That's just me. He's had a little too much of the dwarven ale before work.
Seems to track for a dwarf.
Yeah, so he's like, we've been waiting for you all. Come on in. Is that Brennelt I see there?
Indeed.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not looking to hear all the details. Save it for Aric. And he just motions like for you to come through the open gate.
Yo.
Let's go in.
I really thought they were gonna make us disarm before we went in. Cool.
When
This is like a city entrance. It's not like the keep
yeah. This is like the city entrance. So the
Why would you say that? All you've done is remind him.
Yeah, you guys come in, and a couple guards will actually come up to you guys and just kind of just get next to you, basically as escorts. They're not going to be like, they're not going to try to approach you aggressively. They're just going to kind of walk alongside you. The sergeant has come down from the like castle wall or one of these like spots here, these openings, and he would tell you all. He would tell you guys. He'd be like, these guards will take you there. I'll take you through the city to the keep.
All right. Thank you, Sergeant. Let's go.
Yeah, that was his phone.
Those phone rings.
Yeah. So you guys will start heading through the city, and yeah, you were basically just going to be led directly down the main street, kind of like main like walkway area. Again, branching off. There's other like little tunnels branching off. There's also other like a lot of tunnels are pretty like wide and large and tall, taller than ever would be necessary, but for dwarves, but like very impressive looking, right? And
It's just my little burg.
yeah,
Your fortress.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. So, but no, they would, as you're going through the outer areas, you could tell are much more like a merchant district, right? It seems like this is where a lot of the merchants, a lot of the merchant kind of like warehouses are, and a lot of like workshops, stuff like that, right? Where they do a lot of the forging. There's a whole section of the city that when you're passing, you just hear the ring of hammers that actually has a rhythm to it, a rhythmic like song to it that is almost entrancing in a way.
Along.
Yeah, I mean, do you want it?
Make a little some
Hype them up.
Cat jam.
But yeah, so it sounds like the dwarves just have their own internal music that they are beating along with their hammers. as you continue along, you pass a couple of like these like ale houses, right? These meaderies and taverns and stuff, and you just see dwarves like stop whatever they're doing and look like just curious about this group that's walking in, being led. As you're walking along, a few more guards kind of start trickling out of side streets until you guys have like a full contingent around you. Never more than like 10, but there's a few here. Yeah, there actually is some rowdy calls from some of these like taverns of a couple of dwarves being like saying race,
knife ears.
basically saying stuff like, "What the fuck are these non-dwarves doing here?" Right? You get the gist. Most of them don't care, but
I would like to kindly look at the closest person doing this,
okay.
and insert telepathically into their mind, "Fuck off." Just say that to them.
And they're like, "Hey, one of them said," they're a little drunk too, so like, "Hey, one of them just tell me to fuck off." And one of the other dwarves who's nearby is like, "Yo, dude, like, come on, chill out, man. This is not the time or the place." Sort of like, "Come on, dude, you can yell shit at them, but like, they're not saying anything."
There he goes.
Oh, rip. There you go. So yeah, and yeah, as you're walking, you see like, oh man, like these taverns are just so illustrious, carved out of the living mountain, right? So they have furnaces and like hearths that are just that are roaring to keep people warm up here in the high mountains. In fact, this whole place is actually fairly warm inside the mountain from all the fires, the forges, and everything. And yeah, the bartenders always with these crazy concoctions that you could just look and imagine what they actually taste like, right? And oh man, the dwarven women, their beards are magnificent. They have braided beautiful beards to match many of them times they have braided hair. As well, like normal hair, and then beards that are beards that are braided. There we go.
And speak in their presence.
And yeah, so you see a couple barmaid dwarven women, like then they're looking over curiously as well. So,
can I give one of the dwarven women finger guns?
Sure. You're like are you trying to like hit on her?
I'm not trying to hit on her. I'm just like enjoying the intention.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
I was gonna say the same, but
this kind of gets like a few of the dwarven men in the area. They're like, "What the fuck is this?" But again, like some of the other ones are like, "Yo, dude, those are some people are, yo, we don't, yo, dude, chill out, man. We can't mess with these guys." So, as you're going though, once you kind of get further into the city, you start to pass. You presume you're getting closer to the keep because you start seeing like barracks and stuff, and near the barracks, pretty close to the barracks, you see the slave quarters, where there are actually quite a few like there's a whole section of the city that looks like that is under pretty heavy guard, right? That is pretty clearly slave quarters, and looking, you're pretty sure most of it is prisoners of war, and lots of the prisoners here look like they're pretty ragged, and if you had to guess, it looks like they're the ones put in the most dangerous mining situations from the sorts of bruises and injuries they have. A couple of them
smell a rebellion.
A couple of them with like crushed arms and legs from like what was probably cave-ins and stuff.
So, quick question. How much do slaves cost?
Pretty expensive, yeah. But if you get them from like a war, you just take the prisoners of war.
They're free. Yeah. But how much do the dwarves sell them for?
We're trying.
I
to
actually don't know how much in terms
free
of
them.
gold
I hope
cost.
we're trying to free them.
It would be probably. It's definitely like probably like 100 gold at least for an adult male.
Okay.
A working condition.
Also, yeah, that's the key thing. What about for like,
Someone who's been injured or something.
yeah, someone who's less able to do work.
I mean, that's the thing. You'd have to ask the dwarves here if they're even for sale. The dwarves seem to like be pretty content to just let this be their grunt mining force.
Yeah.
To be fair,
also,
you do also see
another,
dwarves with pickaxes and stuff. But again, like I said, it seems like they put these prisoners, mostly humans and elves. There actually are even a couple dwarven like slaves too. So inter-dwarven conflict is a thing too. They it seems like they do probably basically they put them in the dangerous sections, right? So
okay. And then you said we have about 8 to 10 dwarven guards, right?
yep.
Like a little small contingent. Have I seen any of these dwarves before? Do I recognize any of them?
No.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, that's all.
Okay. And so yeah, after you kind of pass this like the slave quarters, you do reach this inner keep where there is kind of like what's it called? There's actually like a lava moat from somewhere that has been channeled in, and a bridge going over, and then a big set of like double doors. Through the double doors.
Playing a lot of Dwarven Fortress, huh?
Yeah, you haven't even gotten to that point yet of having lava moats. But after the initial set of double doors, there's clearly like an entrance hall and stuff. This actually got a bunch of like fruits and like bountiful, foods just kind of like sprawled out on these tables. This is clearly like the noble quarters. And then after a decent like 100-foot long hallway with like these statues and stuff, there's another large set of double doors, and it's open. You see within the grand meeting hall with a throne, a large stone throne, sitting at the very back of the room. And behind the dwarf sitting on this throne are actually just literally a few chests that have gold overflowing from them, gold coins and
That's
shit.
not right. $3. Compared to our stash, what does it look like?
Definitely a lot more.
Yeah, we just have one over.
Yeah.
Flying chest. Am I robot?
Yeah. Well, you cut out for a second, but you're back. So there's the guards that kind of escorted you in here motioned for you to go in, and it seems like there are already guards in the room that are kind of watching you warily. And towards the back of the room again, at the very back, there is this large stone throne. In fact, the throne seems kind of like weird to you guys. It doesn't really have like a lot of like the kind of chiseled looking edges. It looks kind of smooth or over, like very smooth and almost like organic in a weird way. And there's a dwarf, middle-aged as far as dwarves go, so probably late 100s, around 200 years old maybe. 200-year-aged old dwarf sitting here, very clearly Aric, or at least you would presume. He has like a little circlet crown sort of thing on. And next to him, again, there's guards all around the room, but there's a couple of like these kind of like these nasty looking crossbow dwarves sitting next to him with crossbows aimed, loaded, not aimed, but loaded and ready in case of something. As you guys enter, then are you just going to approach?
With the courtesy demanded of the situation, probably a bow. Did dwarves do that? Kneel, maybe?
Sure. Yeah.
We're trying to leave the city alive, so.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is you guys kind of kneel, and as you kneel, you see this noble dwarf stand up, kind of take a few steps forward, but he's not really coming down from kind of the elevated spot where the throne is. But he takes a couple steps forward, motions to one of the guards next to him, and you hear the creaking of the big old wooden doors behind you closing.
As confined spaces.
And
Those are
he
always-
looks at you all and he says, "Welcome, visitors. I see you
honor.
bring me my traitorous cousin."
Alive.
Yes.
Mind you.
Yeah.
Um, well, yes, indeed. I suppose it was as promised, alive. Hopefully. But we can prove to you he was traitorous. If through magical means, if it would please your highness, your grace, your insert word here. I don't know.
You could just call me Lord of the Mountain. Why do you bring him to me?
He solicited
It's
us.
his idea.
Yeah, originally the plan was he was going to. Well, he told us we were here to negotiate for King Beira in Dugard for control of this city. I believe was the intention. But
He laughs.
yeah, but it was later revealed when he was caught spying on us in our castle that he intended all along to enact, I suppose is the right word, a coup, and have you killed and take his place on your throne. And so we figured we would come here and give him to you as he tried to betray us, and we don't know what else to do with him. Is that right? Does that sound about right, Helios? Is that why we're here? I don't know what you to the guards.
Basically.
Okay.
He just kind of is nodding and taking this in. He's like, and you say you have magics that will make him tell the truth. I know such magics.
Yes, yeah. And if you want to corroborate my claims with wizards of your own, sorcerers, I don't know exactly what types of mages have access to this specific spell.
He shakes his head. He's like, I need not my shamans, or he would say priests. He would say shaman. He'd be like, I need not my priests. I know how such magics work.
Then yes, and I will go. Well, we'll take him off the elk and ungag. Well, he's not. The elk aren't here, I guess. But
Yeah.
ungag him, and then I'll say, well, let's hear what he has to say without the spell cast.
Say this line.
See if he can plea for himself without coercion. Maybe that will speak to his character.
Braynold is just like silent. He doesn't want to say anything. And
Okay.
Iric kind of like looks at him and then looks at you. And he's like, Braynold is no fool. He's not gonna say something like this. He'll not admit it or grovel. But come, cast your magics, and I do have questions for him.
I was like,
The
surely,
zone is now truthful.
surely his silence is more damning than whatever he had to say.
Yeah.
Yes, but I would like
Yeah.
to see such a thing for myself. Were I the king of these lands, the lord of the mountain? So
So then he's like, okay, now that I know he cannot lie, well, let's test it. Braynold, which of us has a larger dick? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Back in the
Okay, I'm just messing. No, okay. No, he would, no, he would just say, he'd be like, I do have some questions for you, Braynold. Is it true that you traveled here with them on a flying castle? And Braynold kind of thinks about this, and you see like a smile come over his face, and he's like, yes. And Eric is
did he
like,
pass his save?
what do you mean? Oh, yeah, I guess you get to do that first. Is no if he. Yeah, hold on. Is it a wisdom save?
Yeah. Everyone technically has to make one as well.
Well, you can just do it, and you can just kind of throw him forward so he's on his own in the zone. He actually does succeed.
Needs, but does that? Okay, so he does succeed. Well, I'm gonna let Eric know of this.
Okay, that's fine.
He's not compelled. He resists the magic, so.
I
can cast it
actually.
one more time.
You know what? No. I'm gonna actually say he's gonna choose to fail it because he knows it's pointless in the end.
Okay. Fair
So.
enough.
Yeah, he's actually he's gonna choose to fail it. So. And so then Eric asks him, and were you intending to take their castle? Brainold says yes. And Brainold, Eric kind of looks at him and is like, and did you think you actually had a chance if they hadn't found you out? Brainold says, I think so. And Eric says,
Oh, shit.
Eric says, do you think 200 strong dwarves could take it? Brainold says, absolutely. And Eric is like, looks at his cousin here and says, who is smiling now, by the way. And Eric just says, and is the castle still parked within half a day's travel of here? And Brainold says, even closer. And the noble dwarf just literally holds up a hand and motions. And you see like a kind of like a servant or like a scribe or something starts scurrying off down a hallway.
And what can I do to that?
Well, hold on, you guys are getting a little ahead of yourselves here.
Yeah, Eric, I think you're. Yeah, I think you're being a little arrogant. Because you can't get up to the castle. We parked it several hundred feet in the sky. How are you gonna get up there? And if you kill us, you can't control it anyway. It requires magics far beyond most mages' understanding.
How dare you come into my keep with my cousin? The matters of dwarves are for us alone. How dare you come in with my cousin bound?
So while he's ranting at me, while he's ranting at me, I would like to telepathically ask Talvo, shall I do a Solomon? And then he can't respond telepathically, so you'll have to give me some sort of signal. Which could be attacking the Duke.
Rolling initiative.
Yeah.
No.
What does Talvo do in that moment?
I'm ready to glass somebody.
Okay, so does Talvo just like whip out a fucking like his bow or something? And I think this is.
No, I think I'm gonna whip out one of my flashes.
He's like 20 feet away from you, but I think it's actually exactly like the range. Oh, it's a Brainold's head. Hold on, I have an Omega Keck W going off right now. Hold on, let me close this. God damn it, two of them? Come on, oh my god, hold on. Okay, done, it's done. I turned it off, chat, you're wasting your points now.
Multiple.
You're wasting your points now. Oh god damn it, hold
I
on.
could have done something way better.
Okay, so basically, you're gonna just take a flask of oil, smash it into Brainold's head.
Yeah, back of the head, looking for the brainstem.
Okay, yeah, that will be initiative. Not for that, that's free. But obviously, this is gonna trigger combat. If it wasn't already clear.
I have a thing. So the guy that was the scribe that was running away, how far are they?
They would be like. I'll put them on the map in a second. Yeah, I'll put them on the map.
In a second?
Yeah. They would have been. Yeah.
Oh
so,
god, this is such a prepared map. Oh.
I did not make the map. I just.
The fucking throne is. Yeah. As so. This I know this might be asking a little too much, but as Talvo is smashing this flask, into the back of Brennel's head.
Yeah.
Can I prepare a flask of wyvern poison?
I'd say so. Yeah, I think that's fair. You're gonna just
Okay.
coat your.
Yeah,
shit.
coat my mace. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like the scribe dude here.
Yeah.
Location.
Let me put him on there for you. So, scribe dude would just be. Let me just find a little dude.
I'm gonna get the battle music.
Welcome to the party, Britsha.
We're making up for
When did you guys figure out? Oh wait, this is.
And when he said, "Do you think you had a chance?" I knew.
Okay, we'll say that this guy down here is here. I'll make it so he's a little more visible. That is the scribe. You see him, or like this messenger basically. It's a messenger, right?
I mean, I knew as soon as I rolled initiative.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. You guys can keep those rolls. Just click on your token and roll again, and then change it back. So Britsha, this is your first time. If you have the selecting thing on Britsha, then just select your token like on the map, so that it's selected up, and then on your sheet near the top there is a little thing that says initiative, and you just click where the word initiative is.
It's gonna take
Okay.
a hot minute to find. Okay.
Also, out of character, if I talk too much, you guys can like tell me to shut up and then take the lead.
No, you guys are much better at the role playing thing than I am.
Let's see. So, TSM, it doesn't show yours as being on there. Are you sure you had it selected?
I didn't click on it.
I remember we had this problem a couple sessions ago too.
Yeah,
You
you
had to
might,
like refresh.
you might have to refresh. Sometimes it just has issues.
Me refresh or him refresh?
You refresh because I
yeah.
can't see it either.
Yeah, I don't think it went through.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
More of combat music. Here we go.
But no valid token was selected. Excuse me, I'm literally clicking on my fucking token.
Do you have the select tool or like the measuring tool on? Because that.
Select tool.
Okay.
Can you manually give him an initiative?
Yeah,
roll?
I could change it for him.
Just a reminder to anybody who still has inspiration, this is your reminder that
Well,
it
that's loud.
exists, just in case.
Thank you. Good.
Oh, that was
Intel.
loud.
Man, this is I mean, this is like I feel like we probably have to have this fight unless like the throne is a goddamn mimic, but it's gonna be. What are we gonna do after this?
That'd
After
be
we
ridiculous.
dethrone- Yeah, yeah. Sorry, the walls or each brick is a mimic. But yeah.
Okay.
One initiative.
I'll just ace like 17 intimidation checks out of here.
Easy.
I mean, honestly, we can just say we slaughtered the Secret Service, the SWAT team, Navy SEAL.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You don't fuck with us.
I'm just saying, if I was chilling out, minding my own business, and someone came walking down the street with Biden's head, hanging from his head,
Jesus.
Yeah, listen,
In Minecraft.
I wouldn't fuck with that.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
we were going on about
Maybe a
faux
less
pas and
relevant
stuff, but
political
yeah,
thing.
sure, we can waltz through the streets with underneath his head.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab some alcohol and then we'll get started. This is
only response to that.
Okay, this should be interesting. Oh, this will be fun.
It's pretty reasonable.
All right. Well, while he's gone, what do you think we should actually do?
The
We
throne
can
is a
take.
goddamn mimic. You're right. He said it's
The throne is. Yeah, it's definitely a mimic.
Not trusted.
Yeah.
My first plan is
If
that
it's
the
not a
door
mimic,
over
it's
to
like
the-
something. Yeah, shoot it. TSM, you should shoot the throne while we're not in like melee yet. See if it's a mimic.
Or sneak it and like, oh yeah, just I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna dimension door over to the scribe and snatch him before he runs and goes up to the castle. So everything's locked into here. To me, I'm gonna jump over there.
I
We
respect,
separate, but it'll be stopped.
I respect the hustle, but there's no good in character reason. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's true.
Yeah,
They-
but
they're-
there's no love with that.
There's no reason.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
get
that's
some
a good
water
point.
too while we're.
yeah, we shouldn't metagame like that. Well, I guess there's something. Yeah, we wouldn't. We're more focused on the shit. Okay. Anyway, do you guys think we should take control of the city and get taxes from its exports somehow, or should we like install a proxy or like a proxy leader or something, or a puppet leader? rather?
Okay. I'm gonna make
I
myself
still
a.
want to know what damage.
I'm gonna make
my-
myself a gin
Like a
and
flask does. Yeah.
gin and Sprite.
Gin, very good. I have my what's this? Hydroxylic acid.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Got some
That's-
hydrogen monoxide.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's just water, right?
Just stored in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink heavy water, H3O. Wait, can you drink that?
No.
Well, H3O.
Here, do not drink heavy water.
Yeah, H3O is a hydronium ion, which is different. It's like a byproduct of pouring acid into water, and it will kill you. Heavy water is D2O, which is deuterium, which is hydrogen with a neutron, and you can drink it, but not too much, because then it'll kill you.
Too heavy.
Okay, well,
Yeah, there's
you know,
some
the
there,
more
but
you
yeah.
know. So let's
Yep.
what's up, Matt? Okay, so let's get into it. This group of dwarves, they knew this was coming. Well, I'll just let you know, they were prepared for this from the moment that Helios came by and was like, "Hey, yeah, we brought our folly castle here." There was only so much you could have said here; it didn't
I
really
have not
matter.
been
So.
rolling quiz in a while, so.
So they, this guy up here is immediately going to lower the moment that Talvo goes, bam, bashes the flask of oil on the back of Brandon's head, which you don't need to make a roll for. You could do that. You go, bam, hit him on the back of the head. He collapses unconscious. He's not dead. He's unconscious though, and covered in oil. So, yeah, this guy immediately takes a shot at Talvo. Yeah, only one shot with a heavy crossbow here. Okay, great. He that's a great way to start. He misses. Talvo, your turn.
That was just too fast.
Routine decks will do that.
Mhm.
So I guess the play here is divide and conquer.
Okay, sure.
So
There are quite a lot of them.
yep. So that's where we're gonna work our way around the outside. Around the outside.
Here's my
Here,
good
here's
friend,
here's Brand. There, yeah, there you go. That's Brandon's body, by the way.
Talvo, do you have any wyvern poison on you?
This
You
is
just have the one I gave you?
I know I have two. I had one
Two?
prior,
Okay.
but I would not have had. I mean, I could have retconned, say I would have prepared it beforehand, but it's,
Well,
it's
It's one of those things. If you didn't know you were going to get into combat, I basically gave Adau a free chance to do that in the moment where you smashed, but that's because you did the smash, which kind of bought you a few seconds, right? So.
However, I can use my poison dagger and a bonus action.
Yep, that is
Okay.
something you can do. Remember, you can only use that once a day, though, right? So.
Yeah, well, I mean, start strong, end weak.
Wait, no.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I see a box
So, yeah,
getting drawn
I will use
already.
my bonus action to.
You know me.
Yeah, it's basically like a button on the pommel, right? You go, and the blade starts just seeping poison.
Where is? Do I not have the full text here? Do I only have just this? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we roll. He's alone, right?
Yeah, he's alone. You get
Yes.
a sneak attack on him. No advantage, just sneak attack if you hit. These guys are actually. These guys are somewhat decently armored. They all have chain shirts and spears. So unfortunately, yeah, that's not a hit. Did I say spears? Shields.
Rip.
And some, yeah, I was thinking because some of them have spears, they're only one-handed. Some have axes, some have swords. But yeah, that's a miss, unfortunately. Luckily, the poison doesn't go away when I miss, right? So it's just if you hit.
Yeah. I have 11 more rounds to make it hit. Or
Or 9 more rounds. Yeah.
9.
Yep.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
All right. So is that all you do? To be
I don't
fair,
wanna get hit.
most of these guys, like, so these guys in the back with the crossbows seem like they're decently experienced fighters. Most of these guys just seem kind of like normal guards. Definitely like somewhat experienced guards, but they're not like mercenaries. They're not even as strong as the mercenary dwarves you guys had with you. But there are quite a few of them.
Well, thank God there isn't 60 of them.
Yeah. So back down here next to so these double doors are closed, by the way, right? They closed them when you guys came in, well, because of this. 1, 2,
The red
3,
wedding.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
I'll get married.
They're all gonna kind of push up. They're gonna move up. As they're moving up, they kind of whip out crossbows that were already loaded in expectation of this situation, and they will all. Oh, I really don't have the crossbows on here. That's fine. I'm just gonna roll this, and it would be the same roll. It says spear. But it would be a crossbow. Oh, who are they shooting at though? Shit. Okay, I think 2 are gonna shoot at Adau, and then 2 at Talvo. Right now, they think Bree is just like a party healer or something. Bree doesn't necessarily look that intimidating to them, so they're just gonna shoot at Talvo, who's literally rushed at one of their guys, right?
Why not intimidate?
So 2 at Adau, 2 at Talvo. So that first one, that's going to be a hit. The next one is a 19 hit on Adau.
On me, it meets, yeah.
All right, so it meets, so it hits, and then the 2 on Talvo, both miss. That's a lucky.
Both miss, yeah.
All right, let me go look.
So as I'm wielding Solomon's shield, and the first guy crit.
Yeah.
I suppose the shield whips around, and it's not gonna. Obviously, it's not. I don't think it gets rid. I don't think it nullifies all the damage, but the crit is just a normal hit.
It cancels the crit. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. You have a shield. That part of it is. It's actually. It basically is. You're holding the shield is strapped on your arm. All of a sudden, it's almost like the shield warns you preternaturally, and you go. Zoom, and bam, and it's still it kind of bounces off the shield and skims by you, whereas before it would have been a nasty hit right in like your kidney, right? So yeah. Yeah, so it'll be I have to look at the dice image manually again. I'm just using the spear because it'll be the same attack roll. Yeah, the damage would be this much from the crit, which is not a crit. Yeah, because again, it would have rolled 2d8 and only 1. So let's actually, I'm curious what it would have been. Let's see.
It could have been 17.
Okay,
And it would have.
so
Well, yeah, is
it would have been
the same.
The what?
Is it seated the same, or if you like?
I don't know
2d8
actually. Yeah,
and
I don't think so. But yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, okay. So sorry. That's just a hypothetical. You would have taken 2 extra damage. You avoid that. Then other attack, you take the normal one. That's just naturally normal. 6.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Oof! Ouch! Owie! My bones.
The ones on Adau, or sorry, Talvo miss. The noble dude kind of like just goes like deal with them, and he actually walks and sits back down on his throne. Which, by the way, his throne is like actually as big as it looks there. Okay, I accidentally hit him behind. Hold on, let's here. The throne, it looks like, was not made for a dwarf.
Not made for a dwarf.
Yeah.
Made for a giant
Potentially.
size, or made for like a human.
Probably not like a full storm giant or anything, but definitely something bigger than a human.
Like a half giant?
Perhaps.
Potentially. So he literally just sits down, and you notice, like, he is in armor, by the way, but it's more like decorative armor. But he also does have like a couple like amulets and like bracelets and trinkets that look like, just by looking at him, you're like, okay, he's got some magic on him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so nonchalant.
I really like this placeholder square.
Which one? Oh, well, Helios drew that because he knows he's gonna need it.
He knows he's gonna be hitting
yeah.
diving some people.
So,
No, it's just there. It's a decorative square.
So yeah, what are you gonna do, Adau?
I love
So, all right, hold on.
arrow.
So this first.
Okay.
Shield of Faith.
Absolutely.
My AC is 21.
That's huge.
Second. Face me, coward. And then I am going to. Well, I guess I can't. Well, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon,
Okay.
which I can't do because that is a.
Oh, it's a
level
bonus
spell.
action.
So I'm gonna hit him with the old 1-2.
Okay.
And that's a DC 15 dex save. I'm hitting the noble, and it's 60 feet. Yeah, I can definitely reach him. Face me, coward. Wisp of flame.
Sorry, it'd be a 12. He doesn't have advantage.
Okay.
Let me change that. So, absolutely. And it actually looks like the noble, you can tell, is not actually an experienced fighter. It doesn't seem like. You're just seeing the fire wreath around his head. He's like, ah! All of a sudden, just wreathed in this flaming energy. You're pretty sure this would kill him normally. But all of a sudden, you see a armlet that he has on goes, and like half of the flame gets sucked into it. And there's kind of a glow from the throne that he's sitting on when this happens. And so, yeah, some sort of shielding has actually prevented that from killing him. You would have just one-shot him. But he's shielded by some sort of magic. He's still hurt, but he's still visibly wounded. But he's alive.
Helios, find out what that is. And that's my turn.
Okay. Helios?
Is this door open?
Which one?
This one. On the the scribe.
No, they're running towards it. You know, it's presumably not locked, but it is closed. All the doors here are closed in this room.
Okay. Oh, I have two. Shit. Okay, well, I had an idea. Now I have two ideas that are conflicting each other. Okay.
What are they?
Well, okay, well, I guess either one of them's gonna happen, right? So I could dimension door over to this guy to shut him up before he goes and, takes over our castle behind the scenes. Or I could go up here. Both of them would require a dimension door.
I don't know if dimension door we might need, because 500 feet
Yeah, we
is
could-
far enough.
Dimension
away
Door is a
from any
pretty
hospitals.
powerful teleportation magic.
Should we sit?
Yeah.
But that's a long distance. I can't make either. Wow. Whoa, what, you can chain things? Okay, that's
Yeah.
weird. Oh man, I'm kind of screwed then.
Just like sing a sick song.
I think our
I don't have
castle
dancing,
will be
yeah,
safe,
whatever.
as long as there aren't dwarves flying up to it. Do dwarves have gyrocopters like they do in Warhammer?
No. Not.
Then I think our
These
castle's
ones.
safe with the poison ballistas and the 200 feet and height advantage. I don't think we need to prevent this dwarf from escaping.
Okay.
But I don't have time. I don't have time to relay this to you, so it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
So identify is not an action or a bonus action.
It is an action. Identify.
Okay, it's not listed as one.
Well, it
That's rude.
Well,
should
it's
be.
because you can also cast it as a ritual, but you can't do that. in combat.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay. That's rude.
It's it's
Anyway.
because that is why though. Actually, casting time is a minute, so it takes a whole minute to cast.
Oh,
Right.
Wow.
Or no. I think you can cast. Sorry, that's just the ritual version again. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's an action in combat or a minute outside of combat, or maybe it is always a minute. I don't know.
No, maybe not.
Does casting have 1 minute? It doesn't say action. That's why I
Yeah.
was wondering.
Okay. So then, yeah,
How would that work if I were to use it?
you'd be sitting here for 10 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll do that afterwards.
Shit. I don't have an idea because both of my ideas are moot now.
Yeah.
Maybe you could glass somebody.
Good. I don't really
Maybe
have
I,
any.
I don't know if we should. Maybe we shouldn't kill the noble. But go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna shut up. I'll talk on my turn again.
But you know what I can do? I could just, I could cast, I could just a little,
On who?
spicy, noble,
Ooh.
Okay.
pin him down.
Any creature in contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage.
Depending on what's that decorative armor made of?
It is made out of metal, fine metals, in fact.
Interesting. It's pretty fine.
This, you saw him already take almost a lethal blow. This is almost certainly going to kill him, and because it's a spell, you can't choose to spare him with this.
Oh,
So this would be killing him, basically, almost certainly.
okay. Well, let's not do that then. God damn it, nothing's working today.
Hey, I mean, I just think maybe the throne will like get up if we kill the noble. It'll get up and
Yeah,
start
that's
attacking
what
us. So
I'm worried about.
I think
we could also kill him and see what happens. Fuck it, we ball.
That's for the Chaos God.
I mean, I also think Helios would have seen enough of Talvo to know, like, hey, I might just get close to this guy and let him get sneak attacks on everybody. Instead
Yeah.
of just tearing through people.
It's true. I could just.
You could just walk over there, bop the guy, and be like,
Oh.
What are you gonna do? You got,
Okay. Up him. I got.
Okay.
So.
Sounds
I'll
good.
find- I need to think of a million other new ideas. Whoopsie.
You gonna bop him?
Okay. It's loading. Classic bop.
That was just the damage. You gotta roll the attack first.
Oh. What? Oh, this.
Unfortunately, a miss.
All this.
do you have
Literally accomplished nothing in the past 5 minutes.
inspiration?
I'm not gonna
No,
use
I don't, it's
that.
not worth it. Yeah. Also,
You can't
my
use that on
personal
yourself.
DC for identify 16, but for heat metal 13.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah, this shouldn't be the
Weird.
case. It should be the. Oh wait, it might be because one of them is from the instrument, but no, it shouldn't matter. That's weird. I don't know.
Neither one
I'll
is.
look at that later. So, yeah, that should not be the case. Okay.
Sit down and start playing a song at that rate.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Well, that's it then. This guy here, I'm gonna shoot at Adau. Adau is the most visible target and threat here. One shot. That doesn't hit now because you have Shield of Faith, right?
Oh, yeah, it's 21.
And this guy curses. He was hoping to hit you there. These guards are pretty much okay. These three here, again, right now they think that Bree's just like, oh, like probably just a healer or something, not a threat. They don't even have any way of knowing that she has magic, right? So they're just gonna bum rush Adau. These ones here. So they're gonna all swing. I just have long swords. Maybe some would be battle axes, battle hammers. It's the same type as it's the same damage, just different types. Either way, and so they're gonna go 1, 2, 3. They all miss, right? Because it's 21. So with the Shield of Faith.
They're
So
all hitting my shield.
yeah, just bam, bam, bam. Meanwhile, this one here shouts for help. This guy is going to come down and flank Helios. This one's going to come down here and attack Talvo. So the two flanking Helios are going to try to take him. They say, kill the pig. And then
Wow.
1, 2.
Have ears.
They
both fucking suck ass.
they both suck ass. And then one goes for Talvo, sucks even more ass. They just literally cannot do
It's going
anything.
lower and lower.
Yeah, there you go. Lovely. They're so good. Okay, Bree. So
Our
Britsha.
job is to take up space. Okay.
So Britsha, it's your turn. This is your first combat. So generally, just so you know, generally, you can always like move unless there's something preventing you from moving. Then you have an action, which can be used for like casting a spell or something or attacking. And then certain like spells require bonus actions. But other than that,
Yeah.
if you just tell me what you want to do, I'll tell you how you would do that and what that would take.
Do I want to like just go crazy with my spells, or do I want to like save any? Because
It's up to you. It's
alright.
you know. Do you think you're gonna fight
Me,
any?
like, want to go crazy. I dialed it in after talking.
I will say, like Britsha, most of these guys you could tell are not that tanky. They seem again like
yeah,
they seem all just kind of like
Right.
normal guards.
I have a spell. There's a level 4 spell which is summon elemental. I could summon one.
Ooh,
You have
that's actually kind of sick.
that is a interesting spell. Throw that in the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I,
Just so we
I
can
had
see.
to put it in myself, so it might not be fully.
No, it looks good.
Because you have to go to the. There's like stuff as well about the elemental. I think on the.
Oh god.
Okay.
Wow. What do you want?
Dude, that's actually kind of awesome.
These are.
Learning.
Hold on. Elemental Spirit stat block. Let's look at this. What CR is it? What? Oh. Hold on.
I'm really hoping Poetry looks at something on this sheet and just his eyes go wide.
Hold on. I'm just looking at something real quick. Oh, you know what? No, oh, wait, no. Summon Elemental is a thing. Yeah, okay. It's a Tasha's spell. That's why I don't recognize it. Okay. The Elemental Spirit stat block. Okay. So the Spirit. Oh. Ooh, okay. So the good thing is I would just control it for you. You would give it orders, and then I would just be like, okay, it does this and this, so you don't have to run it at all. It's
Okay,
basically
that's
just
good.
okay. The thing
It's
is,
so bad for what I'm about to do.
the creature is an ally to you and your companions. In combat, it shares your initiative count. So basically, on your turn, it would go at the same time as you, and it would obey your
This is
commands.
directly after.
Yeah, it would go, yeah, and it disappears when it is killed or when the spell
Yeah.
ends. So that is, yeah, what element would you want it to be?
And this is actually crazy.
Yeah, I think I'd go Earth. I think
Okay.
that one seems good against these guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're inside of a fucking mountain. I mean,
Yeah.
Hold on. It wouldn't be this big, but it would be, hold on.
Where is
It's
it?
an evil idea that I feel bad about doing.
There you go. It would look something like this, except it's going to be smaller, about human size.
Anywhere
Well,
within
Conjure
90 feet.
Elemental says it fills a 10-foot cube.
Well, so that's Conjure Elemental. It's just different than Summon Elemental. Mhm. Yeah, that's what I was confused about, because I know Conjure Elemental. It's a lot stronger, but also a lot riskier. Summon Elemental is actually maybe better, because when the spell ends, it doesn't go and do whatever it wants. It just disappears. Conjure Elemental, sometimes the Elemental, after it's done doing your work for you, will be like, why the fuck did you bring me here? And then I'll fight you. This one will not. So,
Cool. I like that.
yeah. So, but that's not what this is. This one does not have that risk. So, so you could do it anywhere within 90 feet. So, are you just, where do you want to put it? Basically anywhere in this room, Britsha.
Well, I think since I'm down the bottom, I should probably take out the guys at the bottom there.
Okay, so you're basically gonna be like, I'm gonna take these guys out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could just
I mean,
basically put it near them, right?
You
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
want a body between you and them.
Yeah. That is okay. That's awesome. And are you just gonna tell it smash those guys or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And when
them
this
up.
happens, yeah. Sorry.
Morb all over them.
Yes, yeah. These guys, when you say this, or when you cast a spell, like you basically take like your staff and go, and like this elemental just rises from the ground and just starts going like boom, and these guys are like,
It's
oh,
cooler than the owl.
these guys are like fuck, and like they realize that you're a threat, and yeah. So that is your action. You can still move if you want. That would probably be the other main thing, but. I don't know. You're kind of in a decent spot, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you.
And I don't know if he can do anything with his bonus action either. I don't know how druids work.
Not by default, although I think might have spells. She might have spells that are bonus actions, but those aren't going to be. Since you already used this spell, you wouldn't be able to use one of those two. Oh god. The elemental makes a number of attacks equal to half this spell's level. So you used a 4th level spell slot, it can make 2 attacks. But eventually, if you use higher level slots, eventually, Britsha, like once you have 6 level slots.
That can make 10 attacks.
No, it's half. So it'd be like, if it was 8th level, it'd make 4 attacks per round. But that's still pretty
That's
good.
what I'm saying, like max level's 20.
No, that's
No,
max
spell
level.
level.
Yeah, spell level.
Oh, okay.
Spell level goes up to 9, so, well, traditionally. So, let's see. 1d the damage. Okay, so it's your spell attack modifier. What is your spell attack modifier, Britsha? It should say at the top of your spell sheet.
Oh, at the top of spell. What, a spell attack bonus, is that it?
Yep. What is that?
9.
It's plus 9. I think that's a bigger chance to hit than anyone else has on their weapons. So it's a plus 9 to hit. And so yeah, at the end of your turn, do you want to move or are you just gonna chill there?
I could probably move and I could maybe help out the elemental over there.
Okay, yeah.
So I
So
can move close to them.
yeah, you can move up to 30 feet. So if you want to use, there's a measuring tool so you can measure.
If he goes like that way, then I'll go to the right then
Okay.
and knock this guy out on the edge.
Yeah, so that sounds good. So you could like make it here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you used your action to cast a spell, you wouldn't be able to attack this round, but next round.
Yeah.
But this round, though, this thing does get to go. And like I said, it's just going to go boom and try to slam one of these guys. So I'll roll this for it. It absolutely hits this guy. And the damage it does is... Okay, hold on. It's 1d10 plus 4 plus the spell's level. Just another 4. It's 1d10 plus 8. That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
Minimum of 9.
You sure this is your first campaign?
And yeah, no, this thing actually just one-shots this guy. Literally just, he might not be
hell
dead, but he is like got skull fractures and everything. The elemental, you gave it an order, take out these motherfuckers, right? It's doing that. You don't even have to give it another word. It moves over here, does the same thing against this guy. Hits again. Instant kills another one. So all of a sudden, you guys probably look back and be like, "Oh God, is Bree okay?" And you just see these guys getting slammed by an earth elemental.
I hear a Wilhelm scream as it flies 20 feet.
Yeah, and, that's so good. Good shit, Britsha. That's a really good use of that spell. Okay, that does bring us to the top of initiative though, and these guys are a little more concerned now, especially seeing as these guys have not hit you all a single time. This guy's gonna shoot another crossbow at Adau. He'll probably move up to get a clear shot. Can I get a hit? Oh, you actually got a hit. Let's go. Okay, and so from this you're gonna take 7. Not too much, but still. I guess you've been hit once now, Adau, or no, twice actually, but. Yeah, so you've been hit a little bit. You're the only one who's been hit, though. That is all for this guy. He would actually move back to his position, kind of like trying to keep back. Talvo, it's your turn.
Well, so I attack this guy, I get sneak attack, right? Because I have an ally.
Yep, absolutely.
He has, yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna glance back at Bree. See her just like slamming them dudes around, but okay, she's fine. And what am I gonna do? I guess I still have the dagger out.
Yeah, you have the dagger. Sure thing.
Motherfucker.
It's not a hit, unfortunately. That's
Inspiration! Can I use my inspiration?
yeah, sure. You get to re-roll it once. Oh yeah, there you go. And that's a hit. These guys are gonna not that tanky, so you're probably gonna kill, but roll the damage just to be sure. Okay, yeah. So you don't even need to roll the poison. This guy's dead as fuck. You like basically triple his HP in damage. And so you just get him in the gut, and he's like falls down dead. Okay, is that all?
So I know I can do like hide as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
that's true.
But can I try to intimidate this guy right here instead?
Which one?
Can I stab this guy in the gut, look at the other one, like, what are you gonna do now?
Sure. Roll an intimidation check.
Fuck me.
Damn.
So you actually, you don't intimidate this guy at all. He's just like doing his job as a soldier. And sure, one of his dudes just fell, but he's like, what, you think that dagger's gonna hit me? I'm not as bad as my buddy here. But you know what's funny though? Even though you don't intimidate him, the noble hears you screaming like, what are you gonna do? The noble looks freaked the fuck out. The noble looks like they're ready to take desperate action. So, anyways, is that all you do?
I can move here without any
Yep, yeah, you're
attacks of
good.
opportunity. Yep.
Exactly.
Hey, bud.
Now you're
Yeah.
flanked.
You did put yourself flanked, but that's okay, you know?
I
Yeah, they probably won't hit you.
have to protect my beautiful pig boy.
Mm-hmm.
True. That's
fair.
Helios is precious. It must be protected.
Yep. Alright, these guys down here are like freaked out, and like one of them like shouts at Bree, is like, what are you, some sort of witch? And they are going to move in and try to flank, but they're kind of a little nervous now. They're going to be fairly cautious with their attacks. One of them does hit. Well, actually, what is your AC, Britsha? Should be on the main
What's
part
that?
of your sheet. Should be the top left in your main sheet.
Your armor class.
Yeah, armor class.
Yeah.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so
It makes sense because you're not really wearing any armor. You just have clothes on.
Yeah.
So that's actually, they're flanking. So the 12 would hit. So the way flanking works,
Oh.
yeah. So Britsha, this is a good lesson that you're about to learn here the hard way. So when enemies are flanking you, like directly on opposite sides, right? Their attack gets a +2 to hit. So a 12 would have been a miss, but it's actually a 14, right? Because of that. So the crit, the crit is a nat 20, which the way that works, by the way, Britsha, in case you didn't know, if you get a natural 20 on an attack roll, it's a guaranteed hit for one thing. No matter what, it's a guaranteed hit, unless you, I guess, have something like what Duncan has. Sorry. It's a guaranteed hit. Not only that, it also does an extra dice worth of damage. So, in this case, instead of 1d10 plus 1, it's 2d10 plus 1. It already rolled, so it's 11 total there. So,
Which, honestly, all things considered, not that bad.
yeah, not terrible.
bad.
Like, it certainly hurts. Like, I don't know. You know, Bree has been on the road for a few years, probably had to fight off bandits and stuff. She's definitely been hurt by swords before, but it's still, it's still painful, but you're also fine from one attack. The other one comes in, it only does 3, so that was more of just a nick, and, yeah.
Can I just
So-
keep this edited on my character sheet?
Yep, and then whenever you guys take a long rest again, it would just be refreshed, right? So
Yeah, and you can just press the new fancy button.
yeah, once you guys take a rest with them. But yeah, so, okay, yeah. So the noble, as I was saying before, the noble seems absolutely freaked out by Talvo's intimidation. Even though the actual soldier you were trying to intimidate isn't, this guy's like, oh god, and he was already pretty hurt from that last blast from Adau. So he literally gets on the ground, he collapses off of his throne, and crawls behind it. He literally crawls on all fours, pathetically, behind it. And then you just hear from behind the throne, he shouts and he says, kill them, kill them! And when the moment he says this, the
50 feet of movement.
throne starts to rumble. He used his dash and then shouted out this order. He shouted out this order, and the throne starts to rumble. And then all of a sudden, the arms of the throne start morphing up into literal arms. The legs of the throne, like the bottom part, start morphing into literal legs. And the whole thing kind of moves up and forward as it stands. And instead of a throne, this thing morphs into a large stone-looking statue thing, which now we can put in that place. And this thing, kind of with emotionless eyes, studies the situation and identifies its targets. And we're gonna roll this thing into initiative. And it's about 10 feet tall. This thing is pretty intimidating, and it's made of solid stone, as far as you can tell. This thing looks intimidating. So here, we're gonna descend, and we were on the noble's turn, so okay. And it's gonna join initiative. It was gonna join next round, but because you rolled so poorly on the intimidation, you accidentally panicked the guy and made it happen earlier. I couldn't let you get away.
Good nat one.
Yeah, I couldn't let that go. It doesn't really matter in the end. It's just joining combat one round early. It was gonna join, no matter what. That's all the noble does. Adau, it's your turn.
Yes, indeed.
You should move 1 square east and provoke 3 attacks of opportunity.
Well, if he hadn't gotten off the throne, I was going to do that anyway. I was going to walk up there and say, call it off. Unfortunately, that don't work. That don't work. So, in fact, well, no. I don't know, actually.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Monster. A new spell. So like,
Our monster? That's a good idea.
I don't know what you want to do
actually-
otherwise, but
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh wait, this might. What is this considered?
What?
Stone golem. What is that?
So
it-
it is.
is it-
You would all know that it is a construct. Just golems are not that common in this part of the world, but the dwarves are actually the ones who are most likely to have constructs like this.
construct. Is that a Googleable thing? 'Cause I have no idea what they
Yeah,
are.
you can look up. Yeah, I won't. Don't look up stone golems specifically, but you can look up constructs.
Yeah, but just general.
Yeah, you can look
Stone
constructs.
golem stat block.
But no, so if you just look up constructs 5th edition, you can get a basic description. But a construct is basically something, it's like golems or like living statues, sort of things like that are clockwork beings, right? Things that are kind of programmed. They're basically like machines. They have very little intelligence. They basically can only follow simple orders. And specifically, you guys would know golems they're normally employed as sentries and guards, like now. So,
Interesting.
Well, friggin' heck, I don't really have much to hurt him. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna maybe get myself killed, and provoke 3 attacks of opportunity to move here. And I am going to give him the bad touch.
oh shit, okay.
Rock.
So he's made of solid rock. He has high AC. Not that high, though. You still manage to hit him. And even though he does not have flesh, there is life force holding the rock together in this form. So necrotic damage, he doesn't have any immunity to or anything. So, luckily for you. So
I was about to hit him with the psychic damage, like divine smite strike, but I don't imagine he has a mind, so it probably wouldn't work. But let's see if I got hit before I see if I hit.
Thank you. Yeah, you're definitely gonna make it there. These guys just can't do enough damage. But let's see if they even hit you. Miss. Oh, it hit. Look at that.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah, because wait, your shield, you can only use that once a day, is it? I don't remember what I said. Is it once a day or
Yeah, it's
two
once
or
a day.
Okay, so yeah. Luckily, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, he actually rolled really high damage. Jeez.
Wow.
That's really high for these guys. So that's unfortunate. It's basically they hit like your Achilles as you're going by, and you're like, but you
Yeah.
keep running, push through. You take a good chunk of damage. That's unlucky. but you do make it up there. And you do grab, and in your like anger, just probably channel that into this.
Yeah, I'm like, ouchie, that hurt. And I'm gonna grab. Well, I guess he's 10 feet tall, and I'm like 5 something.
Yeah.
But touch his chest and emanate that amount of necrotic damage.
Pretty fucking good. You actually got a really bad roll with the initial 3d10. That's the lower part. But then you got luckily really good roll for the other part. So that's still that's a lot of damage. That is 32 damage, like you said. That's good for 1 hit. So yeah, you just grab on, and you do see this kind of like chunks of rock actually cracking in this stone golem. Is that all, Helios? Or sorry, Adau?
That's it.
Yeah, for now, I think.
Okay.
Yes. Unless, yeah, that is.
Alright, that brings us to Helios then.
Okay, I'm not gonna do this turn, but just a general question. Would we know? So when the contracts are made, are they powered by like is it like a mechanism or is it magic? It's like holding them like this, giving them the thing.
They are generally programmed to regard someone as a creator or master, and they will follow those orders. And even if the person who gave the order dies, they're still gonna follow the order. That's all they know how to do.
So it's not like a magical rock thing. It's like
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna do this anyway. So, you know,
Okay.
we're fine.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick.
Time. Been rolling
So,
great today.
choose a creature you see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed. He is not affected. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. So the thing is, golems have a bunch of condition immunities. Blank, blank, blank. Fourth one in is paralyzed. Paralyzed condition, he is immune to. Or it is immune to. So, he does nothing. He doesn't even make a roll.
I can't get a break today.
That's rough. No, that's one of those things where it's like, you kind of, yeah, sometimes you learn, and now in the future, you'll never forget that golems
Never
are...
forget that. It's not gonna work.
Right, there are plenty of conditions that they aren't immune to, but that is one of them. That he is.
Oh shit! I have nothing again.
What you could do, I'll give you a
inspiration.
Yeah, it's
You can
not
give
gonna
Bart.
fix that.
It helps someone else do something, you know.
Yeah. Who want? I don't know. We're not in a position where like anybody really needs it yet. We only have 1 left because we used 1 up for Brandel.
Well, you can't see it on the screen, or maybe it's just me. But I'm not doing so hot on hit points.
Oh, you're really tiny. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Next
you're
to
like
this thing.
right next to this guy that I cannot hold. So okay, yeah, I'll give it to Adau.
Okay, you shout out a word of inspiration, like you got this, Adau. I would say, Helios, you can also move here without provoking an attack, and then you'd be helping flank.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so movement bonus, and then what can I do as an action? And I can not do anything.
Yeah, you moved, you used your action, you used your bonus action to give, so you're pretty much done, I think. But even just by being there, you're helping threaten this guy and flank him. So.
Wait, what was my action then?
The spell.
Oh, did I use it? Oh, that counts as using it? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, that's the brutal part. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. It happens. You know.
It's evil. I'll remember this.
It is evil.
Anyone else will remember this?
Well, here's the good news. You want the good news, Helios?
Is there any?
Well, the good news is this guy is no longer going to focus on your ally, Adau. You want to know the bad news?
He's gonna focus on me.
He's gonna focus on you because basically he looks at this and he's like, "Oh, the golem's got this. I'm gonna go help deal with this fucking Boarman." So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He literally throws his crossbow to the side.
Conga line.
He throws his crossbow to the side, whips out a long sword, two-handed, is just gonna start slashing at you. What's your AC?
14 because no one reminded me to upgrade.
So he is he's also flanking you, which means both of those are hits. So first one. Oh, he rolled max. Oh god.
I was thinking that way. If that didn't work, nothing's gonna work.
Okay, so you're gonna. Oh Jesus, the guy. Oh jeez, you're gonna take 21 damage. As this guy again. These guys are They look a little more experienced, a little more seasoned, and so he just goes. Starts hacking away. Okay, that's that. The blue guys. This guy actually, since it's a free action to talk, he's going to call out to the blue guys and say, "Go for the others. The golem will take this one." Or you say like the golem and I will take this one. So these guys are all going to rush in and target Talvo pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is going to attack Helios because it's flanking him. The rest are going to attack Talvo. So here's the one at Helios.
Nice.
We'll say this guy is a spear. Sure, it's a one-handed too. Okay, they miss Helios. Let's start with.
Oh my god, that was.
Yeah, this one's going to attack at Talvo. He has a +2 because of flanking. 17.
Miss.
Even with the +2, the 17? What's your AC?
Oh, mine's 18. Never mind.
Wait, no, so he doesn't miss then. If you're 18, yeah, he misses. Wait, how do you have 18? That's crazy. Oh, because did you buy armor? I don't even remember.
I have armor and I
I think you got +1 armor from the boar.
And
from
I
the
have,
boars.
I have 20 dexterity.
Oh, because, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Because you literally, because studded leather armor, whatever, you literally just add your fucking dex and, yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. I was like, that sounds high, but yeah, you just have high dex. Okay, so that's a miss from that guy, barely. Then the other 3, no flanking, so it's just going to be this.
Oh, that's a hit.
Okay, only 1 hit,
2
though.
misses.
Yeah, only 1 hit, which is not bad for 4 of them attacking you. Oh, it's a decent bit of damage, but it is only 1 hit.
9.
So, yeah. Okay. Next up, the stone golem. The stone golem looks down emotionlessly at Adau. Again, it doesn't feel pain or anything. It doesn't feel pain or anything. It just knows that it needs to smash you into bits. What it's actually going to do is it's going to use its first attack to try and shove you to the ground.
Oh boy.
So it's going to be a contested grapple check. So you can either roll athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you want.
I'm going to try to hold him up.
Okay. Even though this thing is strong, by the way, I will say it doesn't have a crazy athletics bonus. It is very strong, but it doesn't have any kind of proficiency in its movement because it's just using pure strength. It fails. It fails to push you down. It seems like it was trying to push you down and then basically just slam you in the head, right? This thing is trying to destroy you. It has no mercy. It fails, so the second one's just going to be a normal attack. It fails again. You know, I'm honestly going to say it literally rolled... God. It does have a +10, which is kind of scary. But it is... I will say it rolled 2 nat ones in a row. What is... Duncan, do you have any ideas for what could happen to it as a punishment for this? Something within reason.
Yeah, it's some of its parts are maybe not fully extended because it's just gotten up.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what that could mean, though. Maybe...
Okay, actually, I have it. I have an idea. So how about this? I think you'll like this. How about it is not fully standing up by the time it tries to lunge at you? As a result, it actually is going to lose balance and fall prone.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Operation Walker.
So,
there.
Yeah, it's actually going to fall prone, which means that if you attack it before it gets up, and it'll have to wait till its next turn, you'll have advantage on attacks against it. So, I think that's fair. It's basically as if it had shoved itself to the ground instead. So, I like it. Okay, Bree, it is your turn, Bree.
So, can you remind me again what I can do? So, because last time I cast that spell and then you said I could move, like, so
Yes.
can I cast a spell and then do something, or?
Yeah, well, so it depends on what the spell is and stuff, right? Like, so like
Okay.
attacking, like bashing them with your staff is an action, right? And spells, a lot of spells are also an action.
And so I can only like hit them once. That's my turn. Is just to do one hit.
Basically, it depends on like the other thing with spells. There's this whole thing called concentration, which is that long-term spells, right? Like keeping this golem here, right, is something that you're like constantly concentrating on, and you can only be concentrating on one spell at a time. You could do other spells that aren't concentration, but you can only have one
'cause there was
concentration
this
spell.
concentration spell I was considering using later, but
Okay. Yeah. So
I wouldn't be able to use that while. the golem's
exactly,
there.
yeah. So like if this dude
Okay.
is here, he would disappear if you use the other one, right? So you'd be kind of wasting
Okay.
that. So
You know,
Moving
that
on, like,
actually.
Sorry. Oh.
And it's,
so I can't-
it's not that relevant.
Okay.
It's a
So I
very
can't, so it means
menacing
I can't.
square.
I can't summon a second one then.
you can't summon a
around.
second one, no, without the first one
Yeah.
disappearing.
Can't
Okay,
move it.
gotcha.
I hit the square, stops moving every once in a while. Okay.
So yeah, then I guess I'll just hit him. I hit one of the ones next to me then.
Okay, yeah. I would say what you would know is that the elemental is probably going to move back to here and flank this guy with you, but that happens at the end of your turn. So what you could do is try to kill the other guy so that you're not flanked
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
So then, if you want to
choose like one of these things that I have, one of the weapons I have.
yeah, it would be either one of your weapons, or if you have like an attack spell. I don't know if you do,
Cantrip,
but
yeah. Or a leveled spell.
so like
I don't mind. I'll just hit one of them with I have a quarter staff.
Yeah.
Two-handed.
yeah, sure,
Use
absolutely.
that.
Yep, two-handed quarterstaff would do it. Well, if you hit.
So what do I need to click one of these things?
So yeah, just click the
Yeah,
name
click
of
it
it.
in the weapons
Yeah,
menu.
quarterstaff two-handed. Click the name of it in the attacks and spellcasting box.
Like that.
Okay, that is unfortunately
Fucking
well.
14s, man.
Actually, wait, hold on. This guy was had his crossbow out, dropped the crossbow, and then pulled out a sword, but he didn't put a shield on. And with the shield, it's 16. So without the shield, it's 14, meaning you exactly hit. You actually do
nice.
barely hit. So then the way you
click on your weapon name. In
yeah,
chat.
so in the chat box actually, where it popped up and says quarterstaff, if you just click where it says quarterstaff in the chat, okay, 5 damage. It's not enough to kill this guy, but he is visibly wounded. So,
Okay.
so he's basically, when I say visibly wounded, just so you know, that means halfway dead, right?
Okay.
If someone is visibly wounded, that means they're at least halfway dead. So yeah, from one hit, just whack, or in this case, dead or knocked out, put out of the fight, right? And
Dainty
then
little human caster woman.
yeah.
Bam!
And so as soon as you're done, again, you don't even need to give this guy another order. You told him, like, deal with these fuckers. It's gonna deal with these fuckers. It comes over here. It will roll, what was it? Plus 10, I think, was the attack roll. Oh yeah, it hits the first one, and it was 1d10 plus 8 damage. Hold on. It actually doesn't kill this guy on its first blow either. Sorry, wait, wrong. Attack. It does hit. I don't even need to really roll the damage. It kills this guy. So this guy.
The attack is plus its spellcasting modifier, which is 9.
Oh, 9. Yeah. So yeah. In this case, it wouldn't matter. So
No,
yeah.
26.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In the future, yeah. So plus 9. Yeah. This guy goes down with 2. Like it basically just goes boom, boom, and you hear like it makes punches, right? But these punches are from solid rock. You hear a cracking of this dude's spine. He is literally, his spine gets snapped by this thing. And then it has more movement. It actually moves over here and is gonna basically block for you as well. And this guy is like fucking terrified. He's like, what the fuck is this? Like, yeah. This guy up here is gonna drop his crossbow, come over here and flank Adau.
Okay. Quick question for planning. Is the golem considered a creature, an object, or what?
It is a creature. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I have an AC of 14. Good luck.
Okay. This guy is going to pull out a longsword and go thwack, thwack.
And he will hit me once.
Okay, yeah. So he will hit once. Not great damage for him. That's about middle, right? Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
So he does did a bit of damage to you. You are. It looks like you're barely visibly wounded, or by a few points. Yeah. So Adau looking a little rough at this point. The golem is knocked down though, so Adau might have a chance to kind of like get out of there if he needs to. Talvo, your turn.
Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action. Can I use my bonus action to try and hide and more or less just kind of like weave my way through this crowd?
I mean, you could disengage, which basically does the same thing, right? Like,
does it disengage all 5 of them?
yeah, disengage is like a status. It's not really a specific enemy, right?
Oh, so I can just straight disengage and not even have to roll.
Exactly. If you disengage, you're disengaging from anything that would attack you. So,
well, in that case, I'm gonna go weave through these, leave Helios fucking hanging, and deal with this guy up here.
like, good luck, Helios.
Kill the dwarf. Kill the dwarf. Dwarf dead. Kill.
This guy?
That is what I request. Not the. Yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah, you can make it there. You can make it there instead if you want. Well, yeah, I mean, you could flank him if you want, if you're trying to kill that guy.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Although he honestly, that's gonna hit either way. But yeah. So
actually, I get sneak attack on that damage if I stand there. Yeah, that's quite a good idea.
Or you can sneak attack no matter what, because you just have to have another ally next to them at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way though, you do hit them. Feel free to roll your damage. Pretty good. Sneak attack wasn't a great roll, but it's still 20 damage. That's not, 20 damage is not a small amount. That would insta kill any of these other guys. But this guy is kind of tanky. He is he's actually visibly wounded from that, but just barely. You're pretty sure. You could tell.
Bluetooth earbuds, by the way.
Nice. So this guy is visibly wounded from even just one hit, but he is still alive. Is that all then? I guess that's bonus action, movement, action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. It is time for this guy down here to do something.
I'm also gonna go pee. HAC.
This guy is going to actually he's going to jab at you, Britsha. He's going to like jab with a spear. Try to hit.
The guy that's next to me.
Yeah, he misses. He rolls a natural one. He
no.
literally stumbles. He stumbles by you to like around the side. I'm gonna say he stumbles so far and hard that it counts as moving out of your square, out of your reach. And when that happens, Britsha, just so you know, there's a thing called an attack of opportunity. If an enemy was like within your reach and they choose to move out of your reach, you can make a free attack using a reaction.
What square did he move from?
Oh wow.
It would have been like this one. He basically tried to charge by, and then he missed. Yeah.
Okay.
So, the only thing is, this takes a reaction, Britsha, and beyond the normal stuff like actions and stuff, every round you have one reaction. And so you could use that here. You wouldn't be able to do this again until your turn is back. But, I don't think you have any other reaction-based moves.
So if there was something going on and someone else was attacking me, I wouldn't be able to react to that, or like
exactly,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
But in this case, you're only at one guy, so
Yeah. All right.
So you basically just get a free attack with your quarterstaff.
Okay. So should I just click it again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Since you already have the quarterstaff out.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's it. Roll your damage.
Man.
Yeah, so just look at that. That's enough. This guy passes, like tries to run you through with the spear, trips, and you just go bam on the back of his neck, and He's on the ground, either dead or severely hurt. He's out of it. And yeah, that's the benefit of attack of opportunities is you killed this guy when it wasn't even your turn, right? It didn't even take one of your normal attacks or anything. So you guys are kind of having some trouble up there. You look over at Bree, and there's like a fucking sprawl of dead bodies. and Bree has only been hit like once with a scratch, and you're like, what the fuck?
I'm literally just surrounded by 7 guys right now, like,
Yeah.
hey.
Bree, on the other hand, Bree, you look at them and you're like, oh, what's going on with them? They need some help. But hey, now you can go help them. This guy, this noble, is literally going to crawl to this door and cower. They literally huddle in like a fucking panic mode. That is all they do. They are basically not a combatant anymore. Adau, your turn.
I'm gonna step on top of the golem's back.
Okay.
And yell, Eric, I could end your bloodline with a thought. Call off your goons, and we'll let you live.
Okay.
Inspiration! Bardic inspiration.
Well, yes.
You do have Bardic
Inspiration. I will use Bardic Inspiration. But then I'm gonna bad touch the.
All right. You have advantage. You have advantage. Roll again.
Just for fun.
Just to make sure you don't crit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. No, it's just, you know, if someone forgets, so I always make a roll just to make sure you wouldn't have gotten a crit, because it would have been a crit, right? In this case, it's just good that you got the good roll. So you do hit though. Prone does not have any other things. So yeah, you just hit, and you will, it's feel free to roll your damage.
Yep. I'm upcasting again.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Level 4.
Pretty good. 27 damage. Pretty good.
Yes.
The thing is, it doesn't have any pain or anything, but you do hear cracking of stone as the life force imbued in this thing is kind of falling apart. It's not even visibly wounded, but it is still hurt by this. And
probably not even close.
These things are, it's a fucking, 10-foot tall golem, right? It's tanky. However, I'm also going to let you roll an intimidation check for the thing you said. Pretty good. Pretty good.
23.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can add that. Pretty good. I'm just going to let you know, you can tell just by looking at his expression, he is like huddled, but watching the golem. If you kill the golem, he will surrender.
Okay.
So
good to know.
That is one way out of the situation. If you kill the golem, he will 100% surrender.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Well then that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm still standing on the golem.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wait. I need to be attacked by the dwarf.
Oh yeah. He would get one free attack at you. He misses. You're good.
And he misses. Yeah.
Okay. Helios, your turn.
Okay. So I have 2 options here. So the golem isn't visibly wounded, right?
It's not visibly wounded yet.
Is a creature.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have my back if this fucks up?
Depends on what this is.
Let's make it.
Yes.
Roll me real quick. I want you to roll me an Arcana check, real quick, Helios.
All right. 5. Okay, this is.
Okay, sounds good. So, alright, so you want to try to polymorph the golem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, what's our favorite, worm?
I feel like there's a reason he made you do that.
There is a reason. Unfortunately, I was looking for a 15.
Yeah.
So
Damn it, man.
you cast. You're thinking of a worm. Here's the thing: golems specifically have this one feature.
The worms.
They are completely immune because of the fact that their whole idea is that they're constructed. They are imbued with magic that prevents them from changing to other things. Yeah, but I feel really pretty. To be fair, this time I gave you a chance to see if you knew, but unfortunately, 13 Arcana.
Can I use inspiration to just not do that? That counts.
Well, okay, how about this?
Reroll Arcana.
Yeah, if you reroll Arcana and hit 15, you can use your inspiration to reroll all your Arcana.
That would give me the chance to basically not do those spells.
Exactly. You wouldn't. It'd basically be literally a flash of inspiration, remembering some old song that you heard, right? In this current timeline, you haven't. But if you want to try to use your inspiration to see if you get lucky,
I don't think we're gonna have any other choice because I guess we do it. Let's try again.
okay. That's unfortunate. So Helios thinks he has a glimmer of this idea before he does the spell, but then he doesn't. He strums the instrument, the spell goes out, nothing happens.
God, not again.
That's rough.
Like back to the 7 guys surrounding me, like, hey.
That is rough. You know.
Now I feel a lot worse about just abandoning Helios.
So, well, let's see how Helios does, because it's about to be all these guys' turns. That's
Not gonna work.
okay. It's about to Helios. It's about to look like that one.
Reaction or something. Like, I can use a bonus action to do that, right? I can.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
Can I do anything else? Like,
Oh,
can I
do you?
something this round?
You have cutting words, I think, don't you? Look in your features. I think you have cutting words.
Pretty sure I have it. I don't know what it does though.
It should be in your features list.
Piss somebody off while I'm here.
No, you'll see. You'll see.
He's gonna talk him out of attacking him.
No, so
I actually don't have it.
oh, you don't? Maybe that's a specific type of bard. Oh, is it not a thing that? Oh, it's a specific bard college thing. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, not really a lot to do here. Yeah. This.
I just do it like performance. No. There's nothing else I can do.
It's not good.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Unfortunately,
I'm doing nothing.
Let's see if this guy is able to. This guy actually, it seems like he's like some sort of lieutenant, right? He actually orders this guy. He's like, you and me take this one. The rest of you get that one, and he points at Talvo. So the other 4 are gonna go after Talvo. So you're only gonna take a few attacks.
These are
1,
actions.
2, 1 miss, 1 attack, 1 hit. So you're gonna take 10 damage from the first slash from this guy.
Who's this? That's me. Great.
So this guy attacks at you. Yeah, he guts you. Next up is these guys here. These 4 are going to move over and attack at Talvo.
Treat the mercy.
One of them is, so this one is flanking you, the rest are not. Let's do the flanked one first. We'll say they have spears. These ones definitely have spears. Okay, that's a miss. That was the one with flanking too, so it's good that they missed. The rest of them, 1, 2, 3. All misses. Talvo cannot get hit. It's always like this. Talvo's always just like.
Time.
So okay, that's all for them. Okay, so oh wait, and then the one that was I didn't do the Helios one. The one that's next to Helios that was ordered by this guy to help take down the boar is also gonna go. Ja! What's your AC?
13.
So they have a +2 from flanking, so it does hit. Oh no, yeah. This is only 5. You're fine.
Only 5. I'm only down to 20.
And Bree, you're seeing this group of adventurers you're with. You can tell. I was like, Talvo's actually doing fine, but Helios is getting beat the fuck up. Duncan is kind of like is holding on top of this thing, but is getting hurt. And speaking of Duncan getting hurt, the golem is underneath you. Literally takes its arm and tries to go boom behind its own back to try and hit you off. It's gonna have disadvantage, but if it hits you, it's gonna knock you off. Disadvantage. It misses. It misses.
Yeah.
It's gonna try again. It has to try something. Okay, there we go.
I think that might hit.
And yeah, so this is gonna do. I'm actually gonna reduce the damage by 1 die. So instead of 3d8 plus 6, it's only 2d8 plus 6.
That's a couple dice.
Yeah, you take 17 damage as it basically, hold on, I'm gonna move. It pummels you off to the side, right? And then it stands up. So it is now no longer prone. It was not gonna move anywhere, and it used both of its attacks. So it is standing up, but it is well, it's not really pissed. They don't have emotions, but it is up now.
That's a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
How heavy is it?
Like,
Pounds.
Several thousand pounds, probably.
Okay. Let me close that tab.
Yeah. Yeah. Bree, it's your turn.
All right. So how does movement work?
So you have 30 feet of movement, right? And you can use the ruler to see where that would take you. You can also dash using your action to get another 30. So if you really just want to get in there this turn, you can do that. Of course, you might have spells that have range, so you could use a spell that has range instead.
Yeah. Well, I have one I want to use, but it uses concentration, so I
Okay,
can't.
so probably not that then.
Yeah.
how far can the elemental move? Because if it's gonna take 2 turns to get
Actually,
up there,
the
it might be worth
elemental... The elemental actually has 40 feet of move speed, so it could actually...
it could make it. Yeah.
If you wanted to if Bree wanted to command the elemental to just like get in there and start tanking, it could make it all the way up to here. Right? Like,
Oh yeah, just go in there and be like.
so if you want the elemental to just get in there, because the elemental,
monster.
by the way, you guys can't see the elemental's HP. I'll let you see it. It has 50 HP. It's actually like about as tanky as you guys.
I mean, I have 54 left, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yes, I don't.
But yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
I don't need to tell it to do that on my turn, though, do I?
You
Or-
can't. You could tell it. It doesn't take an action though. It's just free. You just
Yeah.
speak, and you're like, you just tell it what to do. It'll do it. Right.
Yeah, I
To
want
the
to go
best.
over there and get inside there.
Okay. Yeah. And then you have all your turns still. So it'll do that after you go. But what do you want to do first? Here, let me. I'm looking at your spells too.
I have one. Oh, that uses concentration. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Is your family rapier healing juice a bonus action or an action?
Bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, because my idea was I was going to use Moonbeam on the golem.
Moonbeam is pretty good, but it is concentration, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But if anything, that's a good reason to send this your creature
I'll
in
just
there.
send it over there, and then if like it gets defeated, then I can just use that then.
What you can
go
do.
I guess I could go over and help Helios.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say what you could do is you do have produce flame, which can be used as a spell attack. So you could like move
How
up.
much range does that have?
Hold on, let me see. It has 30 feet. So if you move up to here, right where I'm pointing
Yeah.
at, you're within 30 feet of this guy. So you could move 30, shoot your flame, and then your guy goes in as well. That's, gonna be pretty
Yeah,
productive. So
yeah, I'm happy with that.
okay, yeah, sure. So
Sorry,
yeah, so
I'm
you
sure.
can move yourself up to here, 30 feet up,
Right.
and then cast that spell.
How do I press this?
Yeah, if you there you go. That's a hit. Yeah, absolutely. You have a pretty good bonus. +9 is I think higher than any of the other parties' like attack bonuses. So, and then same with the weapon. If you click on the produce flame button in chat, like the
Oh, okay.
My rapier has +11.
okay, 9 is actually enough to kill this guy. You needed literally 9. And you got 9. So you literally just one-shot this guy here too. Helios, you're probably like panic a little bit. You're surrounded. You're getting low on HP. All of a sudden, you just hear screams. You hear screams. Look over your shoulder, and you see this guy wreathed in flames, and Bree standing there, kind of controlling them.
Thanks.
Let's go, fly girl.
Flipping my book like
Yeah, and then after this fucking thing is actually going to go. Here's the cool thing. You didn't even necessarily know that this was a thing, Britsha, when you summoned it. You kind of, again, the way you've described Bree is that she kind of mostly just feels out the magics, right? And just kind of goes with her gut. she kind of just summoned this thing because like we're in a mountain. Let's summon a fucking earth elemental. It makes perfect sense. This thing is perfectly suited to this terrain. What it's actually able to do, it actually has a burrow speed. It burrows down. It burrows down into the ground. You guys don't even see it for a second, but you hear and like see rubble shooting up at points until it re-emerges. It pops out of the ground here. And these guys are all pretty like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? And kind of intimidated by this. All right, good shit. Cool, yeah. Let's see. This guy here is... I think he's going to basically... I think he's going to target this thing that just popped out of the ground at him, right? And he'll order some of these guys like, come on, help me take this thing down. Moves over here. He's going to try to attack your thing.
Attack of opportunity.
You do get attack of opportunity, yeah. And he wasn't thinking about... I wasn't thinking about that, so we'll say he wasn't thinking about that.
And... Oh no, I don't get sneak attack, but... Let's see what hits. No.
Not a hit, unfortunately. The AC of this thing is 11 plus the level of the spell, so 15 AC. Let's see if this guy can hit the elemental. He misses. Wow. Oh wait, this guy has 2 attacks. Sorry, he misses the first one. Hits the second one for 9 slashing damage. Here's the fun thing, though. I'm gonna copy this from the page. Damage resistances for this. In earth form, this thing is resistant to piercing and slashing damage. The idea being that it literally, like, it's made of rock, so it's more durable against a blade, right? So it's actually a perfect reason to have an earth elemental here. It doesn't help against bashing weapons, right? But against a sword like this guy has, that is resistant. So it only takes half of that 9 damage, rounding down. This thing is not really affected by this. Not much. Okay. Talvo, it's your turn.
Oh, what do I do here?
Ask a dumb question while he's preparing.
Sure.
We know what type of rock it's made of. That'd be like a...
It's like granite or something.
Straws here.
It's granite or like something like that,
Yeah.
you know?
Alright.
Balinite.
It's made of ligma.
That's my favorite igneous rock.
Yeah. So what is Talvo gonna do then?
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm sorry, like... If I move, I'm provoking 3 attacks of opportunity. Or 2, I guess.
Depending, yeah. If you move...
Up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whereas part of Talvo is definitely fed up with this bullshit. Kind of wants to just take a bow shot at the noble. And...
I will say, bow attacks. If you make a bow attack when an enemy is standing next to you, you have disadvantage on it. The idea being that you can't really aim if you're getting attacked, right?
That's fair.
Also,
Yeah.
there's a big rock slab between you.
Yeah. Realistically, there's also this dude in the way, kind of.
All right. Here's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a bead?
No, I don't. And also,
Helios, do you have a bead?
Do. We're pretty tightly packed here.
Yeah.
I just ran through the workflow of my mind. My idea was I wanted to just disengage and then run past.
You can disengage,
And
yeah.
then heal you. Well, yeah, but I can't heal Helios on the way because that's also a bonus action.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to heal Helios or Adau with a bonus action there.
Kill the underlings.
But I mean,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
As long as Helios or Bree can heal me, then we're good.
I mean, I guess I'm willing to take a couple attacks of opportunity. If I just move up and attack the golem, that I still get sneak attack, right?
Yeah, you have allies next to it. You have to hit it, but
Oh, it's immune to piercing and slashing.
Well, so your one is. This thing, I will let you know. It's just kind of general knowledge that magical weapons normally override that. And your rapier is magical, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just let you know that.
Sorry, I hate taking such a long time.
No, you're good.
with this.
No, I can't be any longer than mine. Good.
Whatever became of Twister Man down here?
The what?
Why would you remind him?
Oh yeah, he would be like,
Dwarf.
he would be out in the hall by now since none of you guys
Yeah,
targeted him.
you should not have done that. Damn it.
Yeah, he's out. He's out in the hall.
Yes, there was homework due today.
Whose team are you on?
You know what? Okay, Duncan, since you reminded me and you didn't have to, I'll give you inspiration for that. In fact, I'll give you all inspiration for that. You guys might need it. I'm serious. You guys can all take it. Since that does affect all of you guys, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I will. I don't want to use this. Actually, I have. Does this elemental count as an ally of mine? If I
Yeah,
move next
absolutely.
to him? All right. So I'm gonna risk the multiple attacks of the opportunity because I have the HP to burn. We're coming up here.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna take, I guess,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Yeah.
5. No, this guy here too.
Yeah. I don't know. You could kind of slip through this guy's space.
Well, I mean, I guess. Okay. So
You can slip through enemy spaces here. It'll just be like rough terrain or whatever, right? So it'll be like 15 feet or like 20 feet to get there, but you have that movement. So you'll take only the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 hit.
Okay, 2 hits. Yeah, they did not roll that well. You could take that. So yeah, a few little hits, but yeah, you move up to the golem.
And I freaking attack his ass, man.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Roll your attack.
Come on, dude. Wait, I just got inspiration again.
You did just get inspiration.
Oh, you want to use it for this? I mean, all right.
I mean, like I said, if the golem goes down, you can tell that the noble is going to surrender. It is no doubt in your mind. And an 18 hits. A 15 would not have, so that mattered. You roll your damage with sneak attack because you have allies. Pretty good. 26 damage.
Man.
That's about as much as Adau does with his magic touch, you know?
Yeah.
I would implore you all to check your inventories and see if you have a health potion.
This thing...
Nope. I'm looking intently at this thing. I have some sealing wax and soap if you'd like it.
So, it is visibly wounded. It is visibly wounded now.
Go!
But it did take like 3 big hits to get it visibly wounded, so, you know.
It took a level 5, a level 4, and a sneak attack.
Don't worry,
whatever.
I tried.
I don't even care.
So,
But yes, yeah, you did try.
okay.
I think I'm gonna stab him on the way by, and I'm gonna keep moving.
Sure, yeah. You're already...
How much should I move?
You would have 10 feet left, so...
Okay.
Or, wait, you were here, so it'd be 15, but it took an extra 5 to avoid this other guy.
So I have 10.
You have 10 left, so you could go 5 and then 5 diagonal. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I would I would try to get up here to Adau.
absolutely.
And,
Yeah. Okay. And, yeah. I think... What do you guys think? Do you want to... What we could do, if you guys want to, we've been going a while, we could wrap up here and put a pause on this combat. It's up to you.
Keep going.
If you guys are okay to keep going, I am too.
My headphones died.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm okay to keep going.
oh, Helios, can you hear us?
Yes, I don't know if the batteries are dead or not.
Oh, okay.
Beeping. Be
Yeah.
here for a minute. We'll see.
So wait, so you're good to go, Duncan? You said.
I'm good. I want to keep
Yeah, I'm
finish.
good.
Something.
I guess Britsha, it's the latest for you. It's about 5. It's 5 a.m. there, Britsha.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
I'm
have to go, we can wait.
You're good. Okay, if you're good to go, we'll keep going. I mean, I don't think we have too long this combat left, but who knows what happens. So.
We're all gonna die here.
Alright, in that case,
I think some of us are
Now,
gonna.
Britsha's gonna turn into a silverback gorilla and pummel the shit out of the stone golem.
Britsha still has his wild shape. Bree can wild shape. It literally could turn into a gorilla.
So I can fight in wild shape as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Unlike
You can turn into more than real animals. You can turn into like mythical beasts as well.
Yeah,
As long
well,
as
yeah.
their challenge rating is.
as long
real
as it's a beast and as long as it's something you would have heard of before.
Yeah, seen. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So you could turn into like
So
a fucking.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be seen in real life. It's just seen it like if I've seen it like books. Or
If
something.
you know, I generally rule it as if you know it exists and know roughly what it is. So like you.
Imagine,
Well, so I was gonna say, like, you probably
You're
don't
missing a leg or
know,
something.
you don't know what you've never seen a polar bear, but you've probably heard about great white bears far north, right? So that's an example, right? But
Okay.
yeah. All right, so Talvo moved there. It would have been the red boys' turns. They're all dead. Let's remove them from initiative. Again, the noble is just cowering on the floor. So actually, no enemies. It's just gonna go straight to Adau here.
Okay.
You're.
I am-
Surely you have a healing spell.
Yeah, but they're all the shitty ones.
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah,
healing spells in 5th edition, it's not really. Well, I'll just let you know. It's generally not viable to out-heal your enemies. Healing spells are
Yeah.
more like, if you get knocked down, get the person up so they can at least sneak in attack before they die. That's how healing is in this edition.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is like we have a cowering noble, friggin' earth elemental between us and all the bad guys. Oh, but also like a freaking golem. Okay, so
Yeah.
that doesn't
Yeah.
track.
Like, basically, if you heal for 10 HP, the golem does 20, and that is a
Yeah.
wasted turn, right? Whereas if you go down to 0, anything past 0, well, kinda. Anything past 0 within reason won't do any extra damage, you know. And then you heal up and you come back up anyways with a little bit, so.
I bet you're wondering what I'm gonna do this turn.
I am curious. Okay, yeah. You were actually
all the
even
rolls today.
you were even flanking too, so it's a 29.
Yeah, 29.
Absolutely a hit.
And I'm gonna upcast it again.
31
damage.
31 is a lot. This thing is, like I said, it just got visibly wounded. It is hurting. It's gonna take a couple more of those though.
Yeah. And then I am going to use a bonus action to harness my divine power and channel my divine strength into
Okay.
one of the level 2 spell slots that I expended. No, not one of the level. Oh well, yeah, I guess because I haven't used any of the level 1 ones. One of the level 2 ones that I already expended. I'm gonna regain that.
Okay, sounds good. So basically, I'm assuming Adau is basically probably just adrenaline rushing, just casting spell after spell on this thing, and then focusing in a moment with the shield, you know, holding up the shield to like guide, holding up the shield while you say a prayer of meditation to yourself. Sure, absolutely. Helios, what are you gonna do over there, bud?
Right. So, I'm down to just fucking cheeky ass ideas. Okay.
Okay.
So, I don't know if this would require an Arcana check or not here.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Rocks are made of many minerals, some of which are metallic, you would say.
Yeah.
Does that work? Heat metal work on a golem?
Roll me
Actually, it's a good question.
a perception check.
Okay, so this wouldn't use the spell if I do this.
No,
right?
no, this is just
Okay, we're gonna brush that
see-
over first. I'm learning. It's loading.
yeah, roll perception, we'll see. Okay.
Finally.
I would say, looking at this thing,
You would tell it wouldn't fucking work at all.
You no, actually, this place is a place that has lots of like iron and like tin and other things that they mine. And you're pretty sure that this thing actually could count for this. For heat metal.
Pretty sure. Hey Bree, you got this guy over here if I fuck this up again too? Only one left. Okay, I mean nothing else is working. Can I like upcast this? So
I think you can.
I think maybe? I don't remember. Oh,
you cast a spell using a third or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for each slot above second.
Oh, 1d8, yeah.
Okay,
so what level are you gonna cast it then?
I'm not gonna. Man, I don't want to risk going all the way up to 4. I don't know.
I've been doing 4. I did 5 and then 4 for inflict wounds.
Okay, we're gonna heat metal at 4th level.
Okay. Then in that case, roll. So yeah, the moment that this happens, it will take the fire damage immediately. So roll the damage, which would be, if you're going to have 4th level, it would be 4d8 damage. 4d8. Beautiful.
Right, that's not bad.
And the thing is, there's no save for this. It just takes that damage. It does not have a chance to avoid it or anything. And that's not bad. That is not a bad amount of damage, right? Here's the one thing I'll say to you. Right? This works. And on future turns, you can use your bonus action to do this again. So on future turns, you don't even need to use your normal action. You could be doing other stuff with your normal action and then additionally do this damage. So that sounds really good, right? The problem is, it is concentration. And you're next to a dude who wants to hit you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, okay. I'm like finally. But there's really nothing else I can do beyond this.
I mean, yeah, even if you do lose concentration, you did hit him for a good bit of damage there, so.
And that's an action I can't do. Oh, I need some bonus actions, man. I
imagine at some point in this whole combat, like Adau is the one who really saw the noble quake in fear. Adau probably would have shouted out, like, just kill the golem! Like, or something along those lines. Yeah. So it's one of those things that makes sense for Helios to basically just be like I can only do this, you know, and go for it.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, to the rest of you, it just looks like this thing, it's not literally on fire. It's like you see parts, like little veins inside of it, heat up with red hotness, right? And the thing, and you hear cracking from inside of it. That's all for Helios.
Just take the hit. I don't fuck with it.
That does bring us to this guy. Let's see if he can hit you. Okay.
Yeah.
He does hit you for 9. So first off, there's the 9 damage. However, so you do need, it doesn't instantly drop your spell. It's not a guarantee. You need to make a concentration check, which is Constitution. So if you make a Constitution saving throw, you just have to hit 10. It's 10 or half the damage dealt, whichever's higher. In this case, 10 is higher.
Check. What's the one that's like Silver Tongue is charisma and damage? Okay, so please.
Come on.
Damn.
Come on, dude.
Can I use that inspiration?
You can use the inspiration to reroll it.
I don't want to already use it again, but okay, this didn't work out.
It could be pretty big here.
He's gonna roll.
Okay, there you go. Okay. So just like kind of Helios is probably. Yeah, Helios is like staggering, like from this damage, bleeding out almost, right? You're barely staying up, and you're just like basically just maintaining. Yeah, barely maintaining concentration. I have bad news. This guy has 2 attacks. He's gonna attack again.
Would have been good to know before I did that.
And he hits.
He does hit again. Oh no!
Oh no!
He rolled max damage. Okay, so this Helios goes down, I think, right?
Yeah, I do. I have 11.
Okay. So Helios drops, which means the spell also drops. However, that doesn't mean you're dead. You're not dead. Death is not instant in D&D. In fact, it's actually pretty hard to kill a character in this system.
It's really trying today.
What will happen is, unless you're healed, at which point you just come back up, On your next turn, you roll a death saving throw. The idea with a death saving throw is that if you roll above a 10, or rather 10 or higher, you get 1 success. If you get below a 10, you get 1 failure. You get 3 failures, that's when you die. A natty 1 counts as 2 failures. But a nat 20, you come back awake immediately. So, high risk, high reward, obviously. Not that you really have any control over it. So this guy kind of like snarls in, like he's like happy with what he did. He actually walks over here, kind of looks around, sees Bree walking forward, takes a few steps that way.
Just like, what's the Family Guy thing?
Yeah. 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 These guys here, it's their turn. Luckily for you guys, they are just gonna focus on this fucking elemental. They're not gonna attack any of you directly. They're good. This is one of your allies, so it's not great. But this thing is 15 AC. Let's see if they even hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 hits. But it's piercing damage. It's piercing damage. This thing is resistant to piercing. So from that, it only takes 1 from the first and 1 from the second. It only takes 2 damage from those attacks. Because it's made of fucking rock. Yeah, it's made of rock. It just goes like
made from their throne room floor.
And yeah, Bree, you could tell that this thing is going to be able to handle quite a few more hits.
Made of metal.
However, here's the thing. The golem's about to go. Now here's the thing. Let's think about what would the golem target. The golem is not smart, right? It is wise enough to at least intuit what's going on. But here's the thing. In the golem's mind, this is actually working in your guys' favor. In the golem's mind, the biggest thing it needs to kill is whatever the most of its allies are targeting. Guess what that is? The smaller elemental. So this big ass fucking construct is about to try and just fucking beat down.
Let them fight.
Yeah, which is it's better than
rock attack rock.
It's better to do this than attacking a Adau, because a Adau could probably not survive a hit. So
Sure, I hope you have a paper elemental.
actually, wait though. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. I just realized something. I have to be mean. It's not going to attack at all. That's the good news.
Surely this.
The bad news is, you guys see something weird happen. Its head literally starts to spin around its neck, like just a spinning head, and its eyes that were made of stone open, and you see gemstones glowing, and they entrance you guys.
I smell money once we get out of this.
Talvo and Adau and the elemental, your gazes are all drawn into this thing. I need you to make me wisdom saving throws.
This would have been a great time.
I do one as well,
Charm for the first time.
Do I need to do one as well?
I'll do it for the elemental. You don't need to make one, just the elemental, which would have a +0. Although actually, I don't know if it even affects this thing. Let's look. Yeah, so it fails, but let's see if it actually is affected. This counts as... I don't know what this counts as. So this is, well, I'll just show you. I'm going to take out the DC so you don't know what it is out of the description. But other than that, I will say, here you go. So this is a ability the golem has. It can magically slow down its enemy.
Oh, it's a good thing.
Slow. Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Slow is a very good spell.
So Adau is good. Adau makes it through unaffected, but Talvo, until you at the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw, and that doesn't take anything. It's just at the end of your turn. But until that point, you can't use reactions. Your speed is halved, and you can only do either an action or a bonus action, not both. So it kind of neuters your movement and abilities. That's actually pretty nasty for a rogue. The good thing is Adau is not affected by this. Let me make sure. Would the elemental be summoned? The elemental that you guys have is immune to exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, and unconscious. But slow is not really a condition. Hold on. Is slow a
Well, slow
condition?
is a condition, but I don't think the slow spell imparts that condition.
Yeah, that's true. Is a slow... I'm gonna look up slow immunity to know if there's anything that... I think it would count as like a charm, probably. And this thing is not immune to charms, so yeah. Unfortunately, if anything, it would be a charm, and I don't think it would. That's even arguable. So
Yeah, it doesn't say
yeah.
it. So.
So unfortunately, this thing is also affected. Of course, in the end, this thing is also just kind of a tank at this point, so it's not gonna matter for that. So here, I'll add. What we can do is we can add the little snail icon to you guys. There you go. Yeah, this thing is it's the smart thing for this thing to do with 3 enemies around it. Of course, it doesn't attack, so that's the good news. Bree, you see this going on, kind of a chaotic situation. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So.
You do. I will say you do see Helios literally bleeding out on the
Yeah,
ground.
because I also
Yeah.
checked. I am 30 feet away from him, so I could go to him.
Yep, and you do
I
have.
was considering that
I can
could use
stabilize
Cure
him from a
Wounds.
distance. If you could cure wound to get him up, yeah, do that.
Yep,
But would
Bree has
But
cure
would Bree
wounds.
know that?
Oh yeah, Bree would know that
Yeah.
cure wounds is
Okay.
well yeah, so to cure wounds is not concentration, by the way, so you can do that while maintaining your
Yeah.
rock boy. So that you're probably going to become a target for this guy, but he's already kind of targeting you, so
Yeah. But no, I think I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And help Helios.
yeah. Absolutely.
oh.
So you can move on top of this guy or next to him here.
Yeah, I'll just move like
I'd
that.
just like to
Okay.
shout out real quick. I opened a fortune cookie. Luck favors a prepared mind. Absolutely wrong.
So yeah, so Bree is able to just reach out, grab onto Helios's shoulder.
Also, can I? So it says how when you cast a spell, use it the at higher level thing.
Yeah,
So
when
I
you
could cast it at a higher level.
when you click on it, it should let you use a higher level spell slot. Just remember, of course, that means you realize the risk. That means you wouldn't have a higher level spell for other stuff, right? But
Yeah,
if you
so would it just take one off of the spell slots that I have?
exactly, so if you
On
wanted
that
to
one.
cast it at a higher level, if you cast it like
Yeah,
third
'cause I'm
level,
gonna cast it at level 3 since the ones I have don't really help me that much.
okay, sounds good. Yeah, sure, absolutely. You can. It should ask
Okay.
you when you do it. If not, we'll just manually do it. So if you,
So I click on it. Okay.
yeah, there you
Then
go.
level 3.
Yep. Okay, so 15. That's not the bad. That's enough to tank at least
Even
one
the
hit.
helping rolls aren't.
Yeah. So you come back.
D8s.
The good thing is, Helios, negatives don't count in this game. So even though you were dropped to -2, that would have just been 0. So you come back to 15. You're conscious. You're prone on the ground, but you're like awake again. And the other thing, though, Bree, is what do you want to tell your friend to do?
Wait, can I ask a couple questions?
Yeah.
One of the things is you just gave us more inspiration. Does that stack? Because
No, yeah, you could only have one. So if you,
Okay.
that's what. Yeah, the idea is to incentivize you to use them, right? So that you can get one.
Yeah.
Get the mech.
Also, I have been changing my health, but it doesn't show up on the map.
It's showing up for us. I think it's just a bug on your end. Sometimes Roll20 does
Yeah, I
that.
have the same.
Yeah, I
bug.
get the bug.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to refresh. It's fine. Don't worry about it for now.
Okay. Alright,
Yep.
cool. So yeah. So now I tell my golem to do something.
Yeah.
then.
Here's one thing. It's totally up to you. I'm not trying to say what you should do. Because he's slowed, he can only attack once instead of twice. That's part of it. So his attacks
Okay.
aren't going to be as efficient. What you could do, since he's kind of getting ganged up on, there is an action called dodge. And if you dodge, it makes it harder for them to be hit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Britsha? Hello? Hello, Britsha? Oh, I think his headphones died.
Yeah. His microphone is still working, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's moving. I saw the camera got pixely. Typing.
Britsha?
No.
No. Sorry, guys.
You cast silence on the wrong guy.
All right. Oh,
Can you hear us?
Wait, hello?
Hello.
Hello?
okay, it's back now.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
what
yeah,
happened. Bluetooth just shit
Oh, that's right.
itself.
Yeah, so I was just saying
Yeah,
before I
that's
cut out, you can make your guy attack, but he's only going to do 1 attack instead of 2.
Yeah, I have that. And then...
If you wanted, he can also do this thing called the dodge action, which makes it harder for enemies to hit him. So if you want him to just like basically the idea is he's turtling up, tanking, and taking less damage as a result, or less.
I think he's alright as like being a wall, so I might as well just leave him there and just let him attack.
Okay, sounds good. So you let him attack then? Alright.
Do you have to choose one of the... Oh wait, you're the one that chooses.
You can tell him one though. That's fine. You just yell out. You could just yell, hit the big one or hit that one, right? Whichever one you want.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is it worth hitting one of the people, all the people surrounding, or hitting the golem?
It's up to you.
Kill the boss. Kill the boss.
Yeah, either the veteran who has 2 attacks or the golem. The noble said he would surrender if we killed the golem.
Wait,
so-
is the guy with the red dot that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets 2 attacks.
He gets 2
then
attacks.
I think I'll hit him.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Oh,
Yeah.
then your boy will go for that on his turn, which happens right after yours. Absolutely hits, and it's 1d10 plus 8. Really good damage too. This guy is actually still alive, but he could not take another hit like that. Okay, is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually that guy's turn now, and he is kind of a little desperate now. He's gonna slash at your rock boy twice. Wham, wham. Ooh, both hits.
Ooh.
Both hits. Of course, luckily, this guy is resistant to slashing damage. So a 6 becomes a 3, a 12 becomes a 6. So he only took 9 total from that. Right? This guy is actually pretty good at tanking these types of hits. Your guy is not even visibly wounded. You guys can see his HP bar, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I should do? Let me make the stream, since all the stuff in the bottom of the map died down. Let's yeah, come over here. Okay, so yeah, so a couple of nasty hits, but your guy's not even visibly wounded, so he's doing his job. Talvo, what are you gonna do?
We stab.
Who stabbed?
Golem, I'm assuming, or
Yeah, we stab
Okay.
the golem.
Oh.
oh, wow, that's a good hit. Yeah, I forgot that's a +2 now. It's +11, so it is actually higher than Bree's attack, but yeah, by a couple.
Yeah,
Okay.
My mace has +10. I just haven't used it because you can't poison a golem.
Yeah, woo, and the sneak attack coming in fucking clutch. Is that max roll too? No, it's not. You just have a. That's right. You have +5 from Dex. That's right. Yeah, I forgot. Talvo is actually really fucking deadly with that rapier, man. Because that is not even close to your max damage.
Really
And
deadly.
yeah, 26 damage. The thing is still up. I'll just say, it has less than 20 total. It could not take another hit like that.
Let's go, I'm up, baby.
Is that all from Talvo?
Yeah, I don't.
What else can he do?
Oh, that's right. You're slowed. So Talvo is like, but luckily still does thrust with enough force. Yeah. The thing is, the golem is an easy target to hit. So even though he's slowed, you can hit him still. The noble is just cowering still. Adau, what are you gonna do? You're flanking the golem.
Please kill it.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Eric and say, "You are a pathetic coward, and I'm gonna kill you anyway. I'm using my inspiration." I don't give a
Okay.
shit.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm gonna. This one, I think I'm at a level 4. No, I have one more level 4. So
Okay.
I'm gonna use my last level 4 to be really fucking obliterated.
47 damage. Wow.
That's a lot of damage. That's by far the most I've ever rolled.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is inflict wounds is an insane spell at especially at early levels, but even at mid levels. Imagine if you had crit that too. That would have been right. Like you
Yeah.
can get some insane
I could, like,
damage.
if I had upcast this to level 5 and crit, I could easily do like 100 damage. That would be insane.
Inflict wounds, one of those things that it like sometimes inflict wounds doesn't do that much. Sometimes it fucking shreds. So yeah, what happens to this golem? How do you imagine this going, Duncan?
I would imagine it's had so much energy flooded into it that the binding holding it together fails violently, and it kind of just showers rock everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if, I mean, that sounds kind of cool to me, I guess.
I think it
As projectiles.
Man into gravel.
it will essentially, it's actually going to explode, and it will hurt the people around it, but not you or Talvo. You know why? It makes sense to me. You basically are reaching out, and it's going to go boom, back, right? It's going to make a shockwave out from your hand this direction, towards here, basically, right? So it is going to hurt Britsha's little elemental dude, but it's going to hurt the rest of these guys more, and...
So we're talking like this, right?
It's not gonna be that far. It's only gonna be like 10 feet in front of him, but it is still gonna make an explosion of rock, just shower, like it just goes boom and crumbles outward, and just like chunks of concrete, or well, it's not concrete, it's granite or whatever I said, and the with the veins of like metal in them just launch outwards. We'll say that for each of them it'll be a dexterity save. That guy fails. For the guards,
I'm gonna leave him in.
they all fail. They all fail. We do need to roll for the elemental. I think as a +2. I in my head I just said a random DC and I said it was 15. So the elemental actually succeeds too. So the elemental just goes
Jimmy's the
like
best.
yeah. And we'll say it does like
I'm sorry, but they like to
we'll say it does like 3d6 damage. Okay, it doesn't kill any of them actually, but it hurts them all, and it sends them all kind of like flying, prone on the ground. And this kind of is where we'll say it actually makes sense. This kind of breaks up the combat, because at this point, this dude was about to come in and try to like fucking beat the shit out of Bree. He looks back like, oh shit. The rest of these guys all get flung back, injured pretty badly, and knocked prone, just like flung back by the force. This thing is just completely gone. Rubble. This thing managed to shelter and then stands up like ready to keep fucking fighting. And at this point, Aric, the noble's like, stop! I yield! Stop!
on the ground. Just
Guys, I don't know.
I'll say
thinking-
we're out of combat functionally. It really comes down to, do you want to just kill him? He's not going to put up a fight. Regardless, the session's gonna end here, but whether or not you kill him will have consequences next time, and we'll see what those are.
Oh man, he's a that's a dilemma.
We can
Brayden started
discuss that.
he's long dead. Don't worry.
We can discuss that in the back channels. I will tell you, Talvo does just want to stab this guy.
Yeah, okay. It sounds like
Just because of the inconvenience.
yeah. I think it sounds like it's gonna happen. So my mace is already poisoned. I guess we know where it's going,
Okay.
right? Right,
Polymorph.
boys. You polymorph him into
I imagine it's one of those.
Polymorph him into a wyvern.
No, you can't do that. You can't morph it into a poly. Okay, so I would say like it's one of those things where Adau probably looks over at Talvo, since you're the two that are close, and then maybe you look over at Helios on the ground still and Bree, and then Talvo and Adau, you look at each other. Does Talvo give a nod like go ahead, or does he say no? Let's wait.
He hurt my beautiful little flower girl. He needs to suffer. He doesn't get a quick end.
Right? So you're saying like hold off then?
Yeah, I would give him just like a little
Okay.
shake of the head.
And so if Adau's gonna go by that, what we'll say is Adau can go over and just fucking grab the guy by the neck, and at that point you just, put a dagger next to his neck. The other guys are not gonna attack, and that will end the combat for good here. Because regardless of what you choose to do with this guy, you have him hostage now, and the soldiers
I guess
are
I'll do that.
the soldiers are just gonna put down their weapons, and you can still choose to kill him, right? But at this point, you have him one way or another.
Once again, we end a session with a hostage.
Yeah.
Well, we never
Yeah,
actually.
Brandon's still alive.
Yeah, Brandon's
Yeah.
still alive, by the way. There's some rubble resting on him now, but he's still alive.
We'll just go collect
Yeah,
the
there he is.
Dwarven royalty, and like Pokemon, and then
yeah, that was an intense combat. We'll see next time how this plays out.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, you know, thanks for playing so late. Obviously we started later than normal, so okay. And yeah, and luckily Duncan, it seemed like you're gonna cut out a couple times or whatever, Discord cut out, but it was mostly good. So
yep.
Recap.
Not,
Yeah, we made it.
yeah, not really any major issues there. So, yeah, I think that will do it for us. And you guys got any special streams planned? We
Later this
obviously,
week.
yeah, we had the big tournament earlier today. So I'm imagining Britsha and Helios may be a little peggled out for a while.
Yeah, I need to mentally recover from whatever the fuck I went through earlier.
Yeah, well, yeah. So
This week.
yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
I'll have permanent polymorph. Whatever it's called.
I will let you guys know. I was like, if they go into this keep, it's gonna be a fight. There was no way out of this because, like I was saying,
Title's
Rhuk.
Betrayal.
Well, yeah, that's why the episode is called Betrayals, because Rhuk, no matter what, was going to attack you guys. He wants that castle, and well, we'll figure out what happens to that next time. But yeah,
I feel like I was not rewarded for my very creative plan.
of what?
Instead
What was your plan again?
of dumping the dwarves off the castle.
Just leaving. Yeah, that would have been funny. That would have thrown poetry off for sure.
But you didn't dump them. You maybe if you had dumped them, you know.
Who has had your already laid out map for battle?
I'm glad we did that. Well, do you see all that gold behind the throne? His eyes were gems. We're rich again.
Yeah.
And if we get out of the city alive.
Yeah, that's the next
You
part.
know.
We got a temple runner fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I made the whole argument that like maybe we just like throw them off the castle from 200 feet up the ground and we just leave and do something else. I tried to.
I think we should install a compliant puppet and receive tax money forever.
Yeah, we'll see. Next time we'll turn this into EU4, and
This
then
way.
yeah. Hey, oh yeah, that's gonna do it for anyone on the stream watching. I'll host someone up. But are you guys about to go live, or I mean it's a little late, I guess. But I'm
still
honestly,
ready for that.
I would stream more, but I've been streaming like almost 12 hours
Yeah.
now, so I think.
Stabby's up.
Yeah, I'll host up Savvy. So anyone watching, thanks for hanging out. We should see you next week, or that's at least sometime soon. So,
Yep.
bye bye.
At some point in the future.